Alright, what is up everybody? It's the Inhuman one here with part 13 of the Fists Only playthrough for Crimson Desert. And in today's video, we're going to be taking on Hexa Marie and actually defeating her this time. In the last stream, she absolutely destroyed us. But now that we've actually been able to get out of her boss arena, we're going to take this advantage to pretty much storm the two spires here. Spire of the Stars, and then I want to say it's like, I don't know, Spire of the Guiding Light or Truth or something like that. And that's over in Payloon, if we can beat that boss. But we just need to unlock our lightning ability, since we actually have lightning on our person. So that's something we really want to do. We're running with the Combat God Gauntlet, so definitely something that I want to be using. So we're going to be going to the Spire of the Stars first and completing the puzzles in the Abyss so we can unlock the lightning ability. And I have a pretty decent idea of how to do it, because on my main file, which is the file that I'm doing all the side quests, all the puzzles, all the everything nice and slow, just playing at my own pace. I'm taking it nice and slow there, and I actually figured it out yesterday, so that should be good news for us today. We can take a little bit of a shortcut, right? But yeah, this has been an absolute experience. Because I haven't beaten it yet, I can't say where it places, but my gosh, this is certainly one of the best games I've ever played. For sure. Most certainly. It's taking like the worst path possible. Yes. Yes, please. A goat. A baby goat. So close. I am going to tag the the fast travel point once I get to it anyways. This is kind of like the entrance or the main gates to the Stone Institute. Lots of good research can be done here. And remember that improving the trust of those trolls to 100% does give you the ability to get mercury, brimstone, rubber, and other really valuable items. Coming up on the fast travel point before long. That should be the Research Institute. We do tons of research there, very valuable. Research can help you in many ways, quality of lifestyle you wouldn't even anticipate. Walter Licious, the birthday boy, returns. How are you doing, Walter? Good morning to you, my friend. How are you? Let's get this fast travel point real quick, and then we'll go up to the tower. So honestly, we just need to go up these steps right over here. Walter says, hello, Inhuman. Greetings, Walter Licious, the birthday boy. I hope you had a wonderful weekend, man. I didn't know it was your birthday, so that's super exciting. We're gonna come, let's see, actually, yeah, we can do this. We should have gone up, but that's fine. We should have gone up. We're gonna be unlocking some of our elemental abilities, and then we'll be jumping over to the Hexa Marie fight, which is going to be fantastic. Better, not so busy today, fantastic. That's what I like to hear. It's always good to be somewhat busy, and of course working, and all that stuff. But these last few weeks, I know I've been an absolute just non-stop onslaught, it seems. It's getting cold here. Alright, so we're gonna find our way out this little dining hall and then be all good and set up. RJ Mech says, have you seen any difference with Daze immunity? I haven't, honestly. I'm assuming that's kind of like a stun type thing, but I haven't really. I think a lot of the unique masks have the Daze immunity, but I haven't really seen the benefit of it. like where out, like if you're stunned or whatever. I don't even know how that would work in terms of like the build up damage meter, like how we get for the bosses and things like that. I don't know. I haven't actually experienced it yet, so. And maybe I've experienced it but not even noticed, you know? But no, I don't know much about the difference or how it feels in terms of having a dazed immunity helmet or not. We're going to come up this tower here, and essentially all we're going to be doing is unlocking our lightning elemental imbuement. Doing these abyss puzzles is also going to grant us the ability to get a bunch of abyss artifacts that we can use to then spec into the elemental imbuement. That's going to be good. The only problem is if I go for fire and ice, or ice and fire, technically in that order, I have to fight a pretty difficult boss that's airborne most of the time. So I don't know if that's going to be something I can do before beating Hexamarie, so I don't know. We have to figure that out, but I probably should have just warped, right? That's fine. I don't remember if I... Oh, yeah. Could have done that the whole time, by the way. Yeah, that's great. Okay, but now that we're here... I thought we did this puzzle already, did we not? Fam says... Hola, what's up, fam? How you doing, man? We're gonna go around this way then, do some abyss puzzles. I figured them out yesterday, and the lightning one was quite easy. This weekend I did ice and fire was such a... I was like, what the hell? Like, I ended up like cheesing it because I didn't know what the hell to do. I was just so angry, and I was like, this works, and I did it in a very probably incorrect way, but it worked, and I loved it. But this puzzle is, if I remember, relatively easy. So we'll go through it together, and as I remember it, I'll kind of walk you guys through it. So if you're looking to get or unlock the lightning ability, immediately after the Skull Stone kind of story portion, you have the means to just, you know, to obviously continue exploring the abyss. You don't have to go back. And as you explore it, like in certain instances, it's typically like an area of 3 rooms, and then in the 3rd room, you know, that puzzle is going to then reward you with the imbuement that you seek. So, all right, we'll come down here, and we need a way. It came up for us. Hey, there's a chest. There are secret chests in here. They typically give abyss gears and also mats, so it's always good to pick them up. But that's something I didn't even see in my other file because I just jumped down. Like a lot of times, you can use your traversal, whether it be your vertical, you know, force palm or whatever, and you can just kind of get to areas that are really hard to get to quite easily. Ah, no, it's locked. Okay, you'd have to get it from the other side. Well, good to know. Alright, so like in this instance, you know, you could wait for it to land, and then you have to do all the little crazy platforming, or you can just do this, and I prefer to kind of do that just for safety, because if you fall, you will land somewhere random in Pywell, and it's not advised. So this is kind of like, now, okay, puzzle room number 1, if you would, right? So there's 1, 2, and then 3 will give us the ability. So let's go ahead and take a look at where we're at. Honestly, I don't remember everything, but I will recall kind of what we need to do once I'm in the mix. Alright, so this one has a series of lasers. If you look off in the distance, you can already see like a fragment we can pick up and add to our either a cuckoo pot or something we just need to move, like a chip, those little microchips. What we can do is we can go ahead and get some verticality. Come up here and tag this save point, or this fast travel point. And then you're going to see that there's one laser that's activated and then one laser that's not. We're going to have to then align the lasers to each of these little you know, crystals here so we can activate them. So first thing we need to do though is power this laser. So what we're going to do is just go this way. Land over here. I don't know if I have the extension, but this is going to be a good test right here. Do I have the Axiom Force extension? I may. That's pretty long, right? It's a long boy, if we will. Then we're going to come up here and just push as far as we can. And if you're looking on your mini maps, you can usually tell, okay, we're close to where it needs to be anyway. So right there's good enough. Now we can start working our way back and just retrace our steps. Whatever we need to do. We'll get some more spirit going because we're kind of running low, so we can do these jumps. Alright, what we're going to do is we can grab this little microchip. And we're going to put it, oops, right over here. I don't know if I have, yeah, I don't have the Force Palm from the Axiom Force thing, so that's fine. So from Axiom Force, I can't do Force Palm, so that's fine. All you do is get next to it and you just punch it if it's green. Now they show you like very clear visual indicator. Hey, it's green. I liked the leaves actually myself, but that's fine. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna change the direction of this laser right here. I want to say that it's actually going to end up being opposite. So right now the right laser is activating the right crystal, but I think we're going to be switching that order if I'm not mistaken. Alright, we're going to go up here. I want to say it goes here. Lovely. So now by moving it from the bottom to the top mirror, it's now activating the left crystal. And now we're going to go this way and do the same for the left laser to activate the right crystal. Walter says, is this a second run through? Technically this is like my first playthrough. I've not beat like this is the file that I'm actually progressing with the furthest, but I do have a second file where it was the one that I started off with on stream actually. But I just was playing it all wrong, so I just stopped it, and I was like, you know what, now I know how to do a challenge run, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. But yeah, this is my first complete playthrough. Fam says second playthrough, but he's not finished the game yet, and Another said he's correct, yeah. This is like me starting over again, if that makes sense. Probably go here then, right? Yeah, this is my second start, but I haven't actually finished either playthrough. And this is the one I will finish as a challenge run. My other file, I'm just taking it easy. Like, I'm still in the beginning areas, finding every single thing possible. That should do it right there. So once you move it over to this mirror right here, you have to angle it down a bit so it hits that and goes to the right crystal. So now both crystals have been activated. And we can move forward. Walter says, do I have to wait 10 years for the end because that's how I play games? Walter, this would be a game that, like, your legacy would have to, like, you know, your children's children would finish for you. At your pace. This game has been hundreds of hours. I'm still, like, in the first, like, 2 regions. And this particular file, if you just do the main quest, you can get through it in probably, like, 40 hours. 30 to 40 hours, I'd say. Like at a good pace. If you're moving like quickly, you can probably do it in 20 hours. But you'd be skipping stuff. Like right now, all we're doing is main quest. And we're getting through a lot of... Oh, did I not? Oh, okay, no. We're here now. So yeah. We're now in this area. Let me see what the puzzle is here. I'm trying to remember. This doesn't seem ready. It's not ready. A lot of times these little couplings aren't intact, so we need to look at here. And if you see that these two cords aren't connected, or these conduits, you can actually connect them. Yeah, this would be a 10-year playthrough. This is like Skyrim on steroids. But it's like your children's children would have to beat it. And then they remember Grandpa Walter Licious. He started this. And now we end it. It'd be like your legacy. Whee! All right, so that's puzzle. Wow, that's puzzle number 1. Every time you solve a puzzle in the Abyss, you do get an Abyss artifact, which is great. So now we're going to get an Abyss artifact here that this is activated. We can go get our prize. Sometimes there are secrets in these areas, like little chests and whatnot, and other times there aren't, so we can go ahead and grab this for now. And then we're going to go back towards the Sky Bridge. The Sky Bridge is kind of like what it looks exactly like the vault doors do to in Borderlands for me, but these right here. Walter says sounds like a plan. Just let me beat it for you. That way you don't have to, you know, your whole legacy doesn't have to waste their time on it. It's a great game, though. I mean, it's a game that I wish you had the time to play, honestly. I really do. I just think that you wouldn't get the most out of it because, you know, and it'd be hard to kind of have like little short sessions and, you know, because you got to kind of figure out some of the major stuff first. And the main quest is fantastic. It teaches you everything. It's just a big tutorial. That's all it is. So we're going to do some, yikes. Some vertical exploration here. Uh-oh. Crap. I'm losing my voice. We'll go ahead and get some spirit going while waiting for these platforms, and then we move. Yes, indeed, fam. The temperature is going to be okay. I don't think I'll actually end up taking damage, but it will impact my stamina. But there's not any instance where I need to actually climb anything. So I should be fine. But thank you so much. Temperature should be okay. If I need to, I think I have a... Don't I have a bear cloak? I don't. No! Okay, I almost died there. We're going to do a precision jump on this right here. And then we'll fly up. This will just give us a little bit more oomph. So once it gives us, you know, a little bit more verticality, we're going to do our force palm push vertically and then jump up to the area. And of course that laser is going to take us now to the next sequence or the next region, right? So Walter says I'll pick it up and let it sit for a few years and I'll forget about it. That is so me. It's a shame too, because it's just such a great game, Walter. Like I haven't beat it yet, so I can't say, but I mean this is definitely going to be one of my favorite games ever once I beat it. I can't say yet because watch it just get terrible in the next few minutes or whatever, but all I'm saying is if it continues at least at this same quality or more, then this is going to be the game to remember. So we're getting, I mean, it's cold, but we're not in the dark blue yet. So what I'll do is I'll actually remove myself for a moment. So as long as it doesn't get in the very dark blue, we're okay. Our stamina is impacted right now, but our health is not, so it's fine. We're going to be okay. If it got too much colder, then that would be a problem, but... Darius says, this is Elden Ring? Yeah, this is the, it's a mod. It's the Skyrim mod for Elden Ring, Darius. Alright, so now we've landed. And then from here, we're just going to continue kind of platforming our way over to this next sequence of the years. Okay, there you go. I remember that being such a jump, such a leap. We're gonna go ahead and get some spirit here. So I don't like to do these little platforming sequences. Instead, I do prefer to just use our force palm, and that's precisely what we're gonna be doing today. And then if you can, well, you can't see because my big bearded head's in the way, but the mini map is showing that there is another little save point right here. And you can also see now they've added some little particle effects to the, they love their particle effects. You can see this right here, boom, we're good to go. So, one of the things we're going to need to do is actually activate these cells here. So this square, these little cubes, can fit right here And if you didn't know, like there's actually a wall here, so that's whenever you have the cube touching the solid cube and then it breaks apart, that means it's activated. So we're gonna be grabbing all those things. This part was a little confusing for me. Yesterday when I was just like trying to figure it out, Slaya had said, hey, after you do Scholar Stone, the mission, you immediately have access to unlock your lightning imbuement. And I was like, really? Never noticed it. So something that I had no clue about. But this actual part right here took me quite a little bit of time. So anyways, what we want to do is we activated this. There is a chip over here that needs to be implanted. And there's a big door up top we're going to be activating. There's a way to cheese it, and I nearly did it. But then I wanted to actually solve the puzzle correctly. So I was figuring there's always more than one way to solve the puzzle. So like in this instance, there's like two. But anyways, this particular challenge, like right here, I was using the axiom floors, whatever, and I was like, you know, I've done everything but shoot it. And so when I shot it, I was like, oh my gosh, that was the answer. So that took me like 15 minutes to figure out how to shoot them because I kept going back up and down. I removed the blocks from the inside. I was trying to figure everything out, and none of it worked. So it was super frustrating for me at the time, but it took me about 10 to 15 minutes to figure out just to shoot it. But I did everything but that. So yeah. This might be pretty difficult for me because I don't really have the power to kind of focus my shots. So I'm gonna try. I don't know if I can do it, but we'll try. Matter of fact, I think I might even almost require it. If we need to respec, I suppose we could do that. But where's my focus shot thing? It's not even that. It's a very special shot type that's going to slow things down for us. No, it's not those. Okay, so where is it? It might be over here somewhere. Focus shot. That's it right there. Okay. But it needs focus level 2, so is that level 1? That needs to be bumped up. Marksman level 2. Man, you guys suck. Okay, so I need to have a few more, don't I? Let's go ahead and reset some skills. I'm just gonna need them, honestly, but we'll test it real quick and then we'll go from here. Let's see. How many arrows do I even have? I have 93 arrows, so yeah, I don't think I can. I'll try. It's gonna be kind of tough because then I'm not that good a shot in this game. Yeah, there's no way. I didn't even get close. Okay, so nope. Okay, way too fast. We need to reset our skills. No! Sorry, but we have to. So we need to, of course, have our unarmed combat and grappling like topped off. So let's do that real quick. What a shame, man. Gotta have this ready. Of course, grappling needs to be top tier. Okay. And we now need marksman to 2, right? What a waste, but we need it for this, so it's fine. What a waste. And then we have focus 2. Yeah, I just really need that first level of it. Okay, great. Force palm can get upped. We're good there, and we just keep going. What is up, Eddie, over on Eddie, what's good? Over on TikTok says, you just started? I just started. I'm on chapter 4. No, I'm like on chapter 9, but I'm doing the lightning, or the, you know, this particular abyss puzzle so I can get the lightning imbuement. We kind of want that too. Axiom Force level 2. Okay, so now and then we're going to need the rest of these for imbuments, and maybe I can do... This will just help me with the puzzles, which is nice. Can't even learn that. Yeah, that'd be nice to learn, though. Nature's Snare, we're going to have to learn that too, honestly. Got to get our keen senses up as well. Nature's Snare, so good. You can actually learn it for free, but I'm going to learn it now this way so that we can just have what we need. And then Nature's Echo will also be good, but we need /. Yikes, that sucks. /3, let's see. Now the rest of these have to go into stats, okay? Because I'm running low on the stats here. So we'll get at least one Nature's Echo, right? That's good enough for me. Now we're going to go into some stamina. Oof. Hurting. We are hurting. I think my health is probably worse than it's ever been. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Very nice. Stamina also sucks. Okay, lovely. But we have what we need here. Yeah, Echo stinks because no one /. I like /. It's really good. That's like my primary ability. I'm doing fists only in this run. So this is my fists only challenge run. So gotta figure things out. All right, so now we can slow down time for a bit, anyways. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then that one. Is there a 5th one? Oh. Was I just in a bad position there? How am I missing these? I'm gonna save because I'm gonna have to run through all my arrows doing this. I like the Echo. Echo's fantastic because of the amount of... You just get extra DPS, you know? Free DPS. Alright. Why is this not getting hit? Boom. 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 And boom. What's happening here? Like, why are these not getting hit? I don't get it. Sort of reminds me of Zelda puzzles. Yeah, a lot of people say that, and I guess that there's definitely some similarities. All right. What am I doing wrong? Try looking more in the center after you unlock. Oh, thank you. Okay. I didn't have trouble with this yesterday. So on my main, I have a profile that I have, a save file that I have after this. I mean, outside of this, it was the file that I started when I first started streaming it. But I always wanted to do a challenge run on my first playthrough, so I stopped playing that one on stream and just exploring and having fun with it. And I've been like solving puzzles and all. That's why I kind of have an idea what to do with this one, because I did this one yesterday, in fact. I get it. So because I'm not kind of centered again, I'm not able to shoot all those areas. Okay, so I just need to move it a little more this way. I'm gonna run out. I need that aim assist, baby. Thanks, Raziel. Oh, man. So, yeah, this will be good. Let's try that again. Oh, maybe I'm not even. I'm not understanding this, man. I didn't have trouble with this yesterday. I just did exactly this. How many arrows do I have? I'm running out, aren't I? 57 arrows. Did you get to chapter 11 on your main account? Yeah, no, I'm actually, this account's a little further ahead. This account is a lot further ahead, actually. I just do on my main file, like my personal file, the one I do off stream. I am trying to do all the little side quests, all the caves, all the puzzles in the abyss, everything, you know, but I'm still kind of like in Hernand Payloon. I think I'm like on chapter 8. Okay. I don't even think I'm hitting. I don't even think I'm targeting this. There you go. Now I see a red dot. Now this is gonna be fine. I was too far to the right. Jeez. Okay. So now that's really gonna suck because I don't have replenishing arrows or anything on this file. So we gotta make those count, baby. Alright, so there's tons of chests here. They mostly just have like mats and things like that. Nothing like, oh my gosh, this is gonna make me OP or anything, but you can check that stuff out. There's tons of them. Some of them, of course, can't be opened. You grab this sword and it's gonna take you down into the vault. We've essentially like hacked into the vault, so it's pretty cool. So this is the Vault of Vengeance. We're trying to get our lightning imbuement and we're working our way through. Just continue on this platform and then we'll make our way down this lift. Thanks, Raziel, for the tips. And Raziel says, after getting to 11, I wish I progressed to 11 a lot sooner than it. Without spoilers, like, I mean, you know, without saying like, okay, and this person dies, or because I don't want to know that, but I like to figure it out myself. But what I would like to know is at what chapter can I play as both Unka and Damien? Because I want to play as both. When can I play as both Damien and Unka? This is kind of like a museum showing you all the different ores, and then it goes down to, oh gosh. I did not have this happen to me last time. This didn't happen last time. Last time it was only that one. That's insane, but you know what? I win anyways. Yeah, that did not happen last time. So now we can use the Force Push Palm in conjunction with Axiom Force, which is really nice. And then we can take the teleport and get on out of here. No, not spoilers anyway. It's just mostly what you want to unlock for Dispatch. Ah, yeah, I'm sure. There's a few cool things just in Dispatch that I just I'd like to get so I can use them because I'm a real hoarder. I collect everything and I'm a real hoarder when it comes to those things. And I like to I like to have one of everything, but I like to have it like perfect condition. So if it has durability, I need to have extras, you know. But in 11, you can play as them both or some. Oh, perfect. So there you go. Then I need to get to chapter 11. Straight up. Okay, so now that we've done that, we essentially activated everything. This is just the upper portion of where we were at. Down below is when we place the cubes. And yeah, this is just a way up from the round. I'm getting it mixed up with another puzzle. Probably it's either fire or ice. But anyway, so now everything's activated, so we can just jump up on here, or you can either jump up on it, or now that we have the ability with the Axiom Force, we can do this and then just push it, and that's even quicker. Raziel says, very disappointed in them as companions though they don't do a darn thing. Well, I am glad that they're getting additional functionality, right? So they now have an Axiom Force type thing so they can solve puzzles. And they also have like some verticality. So now they can, they're not so clunky. They can actually move around a little bit more. So you have mobility and now you have the puzzle, the ability to solve puzzles as well and interact with those things. So I don't know. I loved playing as Unko when I did. When I was so in this playthrough, it's just a challenge run, right? And you also want to break this down and burn this down. There's a chest over here that gives you some abyss gears, which I think are random. Well, I'll confirm if they're random right here in a few seconds, actually. Playing them is great. Just as a companion, they don't do it. Oh, as companions, I see. I see. Like actually summoning them to be alongside you, and they're not very helpful. Well, maybe they're just there to pull aggro. Slay over on YouTube says, "What's up, Inhuman? What's up, man? I am in the, the Vault of Vengeance right now. Based on your guidance, yesterday I went on my main file and I ended up solving the puzzle for lightning. I've already done ice and fire. The only problem with if I try and unlock ice and fire, my brother, like I have to face off with Precious the Ancient or whatever his name is, and he flies around too much. So I was like, ooh, I don't know how I'm gonna beat him fists only if he only comes down a few seconds at a time. So yeah, this is actually the same as I got last. I got Swift as well, so interesting. Anyways, we're gonna go to the other side and get another abyss fragment. Remember that we're gonna have to respec again after we solve these puzzles, because I need to remove all the pretty much all of the stuff that pertains to the bow, and I need to spec back into health and all that. So we had to respec just to get the focused shot, not the charge shot, but the focus shot that allows us to hit multiple targets at once. So Raziel over on TikTok says, "You talking about one of the ancients?" Yeah, I'm terrible with names too. Hell, I'm terrible with names in real life. So I think his name's like Priscus the Ancient, and he's over in the Spire of Ringing Truth, I think. Spire of Ringing Truth is over in Payloon. And that one, if I'm not mistaken, he's a boss that flies around quite a bit. I killed him with my bow on my main file, but when he landed, I kicked his ass with my sword. But in general, he takes flight a lot. And if I'm fists only, it's just going to be a long fight. Because he only lands every, like, I don't know, 2 minutes. Use your Force Snare on him. Force Snare. Oh, the Axiom Force? Yeah, that's his name. Sislaya, okay. RJ Mech says, "Wind is by far the best elemental puzzle." Really? I really like lightning and I like ice. I hated the fire puzzle. The fire puzzle took me like 20 minutes of me trying to solve it. Then I reloaded a save, and then I actually like got everything in place, but there was one pillar that wasn't in place, and I was like, I don't know what the hell to do. Another 10 minutes wasted. I started just force push palming the stupid pillar, and it actually lowered the pillar. So I'm pretty sure I cheesed it. Like, I don't think that's even like intentional. Like I am fairly certain that is not intentional. And but I did it because I was so pissed, and it took me like, so total took me like an hour to solve that fire puzzle at the very end. So 20 minutes or 25 minutes trying everything. I restarted a save, another 15 minutes or so, and then I started just force palm pushing the last pillar that wasn't in place, and I got it. So Slaya says, "Glad you're able to get lightning Inhuman." Yeah, I got it on my main file, but I don't even have these gloves on my main. I haven't gone to this far in my main file, like, that far east. So we'll see. But yeah, I love using fire and ice. Like when I do fists only on my main file, man, I'm like an elemental, like avatar monk or something. Fire is the tricky one, but you can do it in 3 moves. See, I actually had it in 2 minus the 1 pillar, and then when I kept messing it around, so I kept slamming it, and the pillar actually came down. It is intentional to force palm the final. Are you serious? That was me raging, because I was like, I couldn't do it. And there's been so many things that I've like cheesed that I'm like, oh, I didn't know that's like intentional. Okay, I'm gonna save here as well. So that's insane, Slaya. If you're actually supposed to do the force palm push on it, I had no clue. I had no clue. I thought that was me just breaking the game because I was pissed. Alright, so we have to now target these there's a bunch of them, and we're gonna have to target the ones that are like in that position there is perfect, actually. All the ones that are glitching. And then those now get back activated in order. And that's going to allow us to continue kind of like going upwards. Now, these at the end, we're going to get those at the end, but I like to get the ones on the outskirts first. So we're just going to kind of work our way around in a circle. That is insane. So I just did it because I was so furious. And then I was like, wait, I'm actually going down. Then I was like, you know what, and it didn't feel right. Like it felt like I was like barely going, and the camera was going crazy, but I was like, hold on, it's actually moving down. And then I just kept doing it, and I was like, oh my god. Raziel said you can do it in 3 hits. I mean, in 3 moves. Which is also interesting. So there's probably like a big brain way to do it, and then there's the my way. There, and there. We're really low on arrows, so we have to be very, very smart with this. Otherwise, we have to come back and we have to go and get arrows, which kind of sucks. This is not a file where I have infinite arrows. My main file actually does have infinite arrows. I synthesized a 3 and then I got a 2 from a mission, and so I was like, sweet, that's 100%, baby. So I run around with an explosive arrow just doing work, you know? Oh, it was RJ. RJ Mech said that. My bad, Razia. Razia says, I didn't say that, but yeah, you can do it in 3 turns. That's my bad. Is this one yellow too? Yeah, they're all yellow. Okay, so there. I like that. That's a good angle for me. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, I'm gonna be out of spirit. I'm out of spirit. Roger says I hated this one, just the last set. Oh, I didn't mind because it was really fun. You get to, you know, you can actually, I'll show you what I did to do it. It was actually quite easy. So yes, I just did this one yesterday on my main file, so I'll show you what I did. I'm gonna be in, okay, that's fair enough, I guess. 1, 2, 3. Brothers, man. You suck! Okay. RJ says, Trick is the one that can control on 2 nodes that can make the whole puzzle easy. Ah, okay, okay. See, I did the one like on the right, and then there was another one like on the opposite side, and then I was like, I had 1 pillar, everything else was perfect, so I was like, and I moved everything around, I got so mixed up, I reset the save, did the same thing, and then I was like, alright, screw this, and I started slamming it because I can't figure it out. And it actually started moving down, and I was like, this is insane. I didn't know, like, I was like, okay, I guess there's a way to like brute force it. I only hit the 3 with the yellow. Don't need the. Yeah, I didn't mean to. Okay, now we're back, right? That's all 4. Okay, cool. So then what I did, let me see how many arrows I have, because I have to make this count. Oh, I only have 30 arrows. Okay, that's fine. So a lot of people were like, oh, you gotta do crazy stuff. Be all Legolas about it. But you really don't. All I did was, I came here, and I was like, oh, that sucks. And I was trying to hit them from the air, and then I was like, can I land on this thing? And lo and behold, you can land on this thing, and you can just easily get the shots, so that's what I did. So this isn't hard, unless you make it hard, really. And then you do the same thing down below, so you just drop down, do the same thing. And that's what I did to solve it yesterday. Oh my gosh! Ugh! Okay, I almost died. But once this kind of shows themselves, it's a terrible angle for me. Terrible. No, I don't like that angle. I was on the other side though, but maybe that helps. I was on this side of it last time. Yeah, that's a better angle. Okay, cool. Stop shooting. I need to force. Yeah, there you go. That would have been a great time right there. Right there would have been great. Oh, I see, Slayer. So Slayer says you're supposed to hit it and then wait, hit it, and so on. Okay, I was just slamming the Shinto out of it. It was great. How do you focus and do that shot fast? It's an ability. I'll show you in the skill tree. So in the skill tree, you need to obtain this right here. It's called focus shot. So you do require certain things. Like I want to say it's marksmanship level 2. And I think you have to have focus level 2 as well. And then it always tells you the requirements in the bottom right. And that's all you need. So then when you hold L2 to pull out your bow, like so, and then you tap in both L3 and R3 whenever you're ready for the shot to line up. See, these are all in a bad angle for me. There. And then you press R1 to tap your target. So right there, and then right there. Once it does its thing. Not going to work though for me, unfortunately. There you go. We got all 3. Now that should activate this power source down below. So now we can go ahead and fly up. And around. Yeah, I was hitting it from bad angles, sadly, but it's all good. Now this is activated. We can go ahead and crouch and then do our force palm on it. That's going to give us another abyss artifact. And then I think we're on our way. This might actually be it. I don't remember. This actually should be it, I think. So we got skill acquired lightning. Yes. Okay, guys, this is it. Okay, perfect. Seikenso. Hi, Seikenso. Welcome to the channel, my friend. But yeah, there was bad angles, unfortunately. Hopefully that helped you, Quentin, over on TikTok. Okay, cool. So now we got those shots. And this is it. So obviously you can continue. I did continue on my main file, and it just ended up being more and more puzzles that were pretty fun. I'll activate the bridge, and the subsequent fast travel point. But then we can go ahead and return to Hexamarine. Do you guys think I can beat Priscus the Ancient with Fist, since he flies around so much? Though that's the thing. Like, I mean, Razio did say to use the Force Palm, so I guess I could pull his ass down. We could pull him down. We're going to need to respec after this, guys, because I changed everything just so I could have that bow ability. But I need to get all of my unarmed abilities back, because this is my fist-only challenge run, after all. This is not a bow run. As long as we're not dealing damage using weapons, that's fine. It doesn't invalidate the run, but puzzles, of course, do require some creativity. Slaya says, I do. Okay, I'll try. Because the ice puzzle's super easy. Fire puzzle, maybe you guys can show me how to do it. And then we go fight Hexamarie, because I don't want to waste the whole stream doing Abyss puzzle. I don't mind, because it's useful for you guys, but I want to kill Hexamarie. And there I wouldn't need anything. I could just keep my same stamina and everything. I wouldn't need a bow or anything for either fire or ice, honestly. Those puzzles were pretty simple. Roger says, no, not the grab, but the force snare to catch his project. Oh, nature snare. Okay, I see. Yeah, nature snare does work on him, but a lot of his projectiles sometimes just go up and down, and he doesn't shoot them at you. The ones he shoots at you, ideal. The ones he does not shoot at you that just go kind of falling down and kind of like lasery, can't catch those. But yeah, I get what you're saying. His actual projectiles. RJ Mech says, nature snare for all the magic attacks makes him fall down. Then you can beat him. Okay, sweet. Fam says, night, folks. I'm exhausted today. No worries, fam. Have an excellent night, my friend. Thank you so much for stopping by. Get some rest, man. Raziel over on TikTok says, yeah, but you're in slow-mo doing it, so you can easily see that attack and yeah, for sure. Because he'll usually try and position right above you, too, so. Okay, well then we'll try. We'll try it. That'll be an extra boss anyways, right? That'll be an extra boss to add to the list. And it'll be an optional boss, which that's even more fun. We're going to do all the main quest stuff first on this file and then beat the game, and then we're going to do the side quest bosses. I think Bellathor was one that people said was really difficult. I don't know who that is. I've not fought him even on my main file, so that's a tough boss allegedly, and there's a handful of others. So, all right, so this one took me about 30 minutes to figure out yesterday. There's also, like, if you guys want to know, there is a tower over here that has like a little secret compartment, and you can jump into it and open up a chest. There's usually at least one chest on one of the 3 islands. Beloth is the hardest side boss. Oh my, I'm dying. Shadow, damn you. All you have to do is, you distract him, I'm just kidding. all you have to do is you move these little boxes and cover the lasers, then you can get the chest in there. So kind of, you know, whatever, something you can do. You know what's so funny? On my file, I've collected like maybe 4 lanterns, like unique lanterns on my main file. And it's so cool because you can get a bunch of different lanterns from different areas. And I have like one that's based on like the sea, one that's based on like this mud ridge area, one that's like a fire, a hardy one that I got. It's pretty neat. Death flowers, indeed. Those flowers suck. Slaya over on YouTube says, Belloth the Darksworn, one of the toughest bosses. That's who I want to fight at some point. Okay, so let's see if I can remember. The fairy lantern, I think so. I have to show you on my main... if you guys remind me, on my main file, I'll show you. But I have like 4. I have one that's something to see and blah, 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 whatever else. All right, so we need to grab a chip. And it's right up here. So as you can see, there's 4 areas for chips. And then there's actually a 5th that is going to activate something special. So we need to grab additional chips, essentially. So by placing the chips, that's just going to allow that particular platform to be moved once it's activated by this. So what we're going to have to do eventually is place an extra chip here to power off a certain door. So what we need to do first is, now that there was already a chip inserted there, we inserted the second chip there, we're going to activate the power and then see what it does. So a lot of it just has to do with like experimenting. I can't believe I missed this. You don't want to miss those fast travel points. I think I have I have to show you which one I have. It's blue. It looks beautiful. It matches my build perfectly. Seiken So says the hardest boss is the death flowers. You can't even cut them down. True. And Golden Viking over on TikTok says, wait, how did you get it to snap? I'm not doing, without doing the jump thing. There's a skill that I think is really important for at least puzzles anyways. So it's right down here. It's just called Force Current. So all you have to have is your Axiom Force at level 2 and then your Force Palm at level 2. So Force Palm, Axiom Current, they're at level 2. You can unlock this. And then once you have your Axiom Force grabbing something, if you see it nowadays glowing green versus just having leaves, you can just push it in there. They changed the visual cue. So anyway, so let's go ahead and do this quickly so we can I'm trying to also, of course, I'm just always willing, I always love instructing and showing things, so, but I want to also kick a bunch of ass today. We have a lot of progress to make. So what I did here was, so for the longest I was trying to figure out how to get this. You can actually reach it from the top and manipulate it, but that's not the correct answer. So instead, I then looked over here and was like, oh my gosh, I didn't notice this for the longest. A lot of times, as long as you're at the right angle, you can reach it. So as long as it's like light blue, you can reach it. So we're going to pull it in. And then we're going to kind of rotate. Okay, it's stuck. So we got to rotate, baby. Come on. Show me you can rotate. There you go. And we're going to bring it in here. We're then going to push it through this little gate. And now it should... Oh, it's not on the other side yet. Okay. I'll be damned. I'll be darned. There you go. And then now we can rotate it further to make it flat. Pull it in. See, it needs to be flat, brother. Okay, there you go. We're gonna rotate it to make it flat if we can. Jesus. There you go. And then now we're gonna push it over through here. And this little slot here is going to be kind of an open vent area. So I just place it up as high as you can. You're good. And then you always have a teleporter. And again, this took me like 30 minutes to figure out yesterday. Like I had my dinner heated up and then I was like, it was all good to go. And by the time I figured out it was cold and I was like, damn it. So I went and heated it up and I was like, that took me 30 minutes. So what we can do now is move this off the power source so that the chips flip back over, and then we're going to grab this chip over here. We still need an additional chip, of course. So we're pulling this one up. And this time, though, we do need to kind of swap them out a little bit. So The important thing for this one is this chip right here. Because this chip is, if you look at the power source, it's going to be powering something completely different. And I'll show you exactly what that does in just a minute. Yellow skills look good to prioritize. Yeah, yellow skills are typically, I think, for like quality of life and stuff like that. Like it just ease of use. All right, so you pull that one up and out, and then we're going to place it over here. Once you see the green, you can just slam it in there. It used to be the leaves, which I liked. It was nice and subtle, but now it's like, it's green, guys. Now you know. And then we're going to come back over here, place this one inside, and then we're going to activate the power source again. I don't know, why am I doing this puzzle again? I need to go and do the other thing. After this, we're going to stop and do the fire and ice, okay? I need to grab my deer cloak, though, because it does get pretty cold over there. So now all that third chip did was deactivate this barrier here, which I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to deactivate. I was like, what? So now you can grab this chip freely. And then we're going to go ahead and put it in the same little, like, shaft that's straight ahead. Make sure it's flat enough to get in there. And then up and out. High as you can go, it's fine. And then we take this teleporter and get on out of here. This will at least give us an extra fragment, so, or abyss artifact. I always call them abyss fragments, but abyss artifact will work. And then now we need to go to, we can actually remove this chip right here. I keep doing that, sorry guys. Flip those back over. And grab this right over here. We don't need the chip deactivating the laser door anymore, or that like barrier, so now instead we can just use these. Place them right here. If you ever have trouble removing your, like a chip or anything like that from a, like just find the spot, like hold L2 and then just move the right stick in a circle until you feel a bunch of resistance or vibration. And you'll even see the animation for Cliff doing like he'll do a like he'll be like pulling back, and that's when you know you're in. That's all you need to do to move it off. So sometimes it can be like a weird angle you have to get into. So what I'm gonna do is remove it. Do that again. There you go. All right. So we have L2 held down. That's him pushing it down. That's him pulling it up. So there you go. That's the angle. That happened to be top right for me. So I had to move it at that weird angle to move it up. I was, again, 30 minutes here, so I mastered how to pull the chips on and off. Alright. Alright, perfect. So now we're in good shape there too. So we don't need a chip in the middle because we don't need to power those anymore. So what we do need to do is make sure they're actually activated. So what we can do is move this back over here into this little cube area, and then that's going to activate both chips. Now both platforms or both sets of chips, and then both platforms are going to be good to go, and then this platform here is going to activate and be fully powered. That'll give us another abyss fragment, and then we're good to go. We'll go ahead and bounce from here and go to the next area. So there, and then oops, just tap it to crouch. And then we'll get our abyss artifact here. Be on our way. We'll be heading over to, I guess, Payloon. I got an idea of where it's at. I don't think I've discovered it on this map yet, but it's fine. Alright, so for the sake of speed, if you ever want to fast travel a little bit faster, if you go on a fast travel point, and you then pick another point to fast travel on, it's way quicker, so let's just remember, we're in the Altar of Solitude, which on the map looks like what? Okay, there. So, alright. I remember. Commit it to memory. So we need to go towards like the Payloon region, which should be, oof, I have not searched any of it yet. Yikes. Do you guys kind of have an idea of where it's at? I don't. I thought it was around here. shoot. I don't remember where it's at. I'm gonna go here. I have no clue. So I don't remember where it's at. Raziel, I'm asking, do you guys remember where the Spire of Ringing Truth is? It's where you fight the ancient dude that's flying around all the time. I have to kick his ass so I can get to the ice and fire puzzles. And then once we do ice and fire, then we go kill Hexamarie. Because I was fighting her in the last stream, and my gosh, she was quite tough. So I'm going to open up the map real quick. Is this about the area where the Spire of Ringing Truth is? I don't remember, honestly, unfortunately. I remember there's like a really long path from Payloon. It's a real roundabout way. Ring the bell in Payloon. Okay. Also smart. Also smart. The only thing is when you ring the bells, then you kind of, like we talked about yesterday, you lose track a little bit of where you have and haven't been. So you really have to rely on the icons on the map and then just, you know, leveraging that a little bit. I don't even know where the bell is in Payloon. Oh, the bell's over by the dock, isn't it? So if I'm at Ashclaw Keep, I think it's over by the Witch area. So Silver Wolf, it's going to be around here somewhere. I think it's right in between these, and it's a long path. And then what I need to do though, before we actually get there, is I need to go ahead and respec again. So while you guys are, okay, directly left of the A with the line at the bottom of the A. Something like that. Directly left of the A with the line at the bottom of the A. I think that is, I'm gonna leave it there for a second because the chat is typically delayed. I think Wayward Woods is where the witch is. It might be further, right? Further left? About 2 inches from the, okay, perfect. So it'd be like, boom. Like something like that? Does that look good, chat? Thanks, Raziel. And it could be a little lower. It's fine, because definitely if it's at least in this general area, that's good. Further left, but in line with the bottom of the, okay. So like right there. That's perfect. Okay, and then we'll see the tab. We'll see it. So that's huge. Now let's go ahead and respec real quick because we butchered my beautiful build. We butchered it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I need, no matter what, I need 5 into stamina and 5 into health. I don't, like, everything else we can figure it out, okay? At the very minimum, you know? Because I am getting destroyed. I'll do one more because I do what I want. Okay. And then now we're going to go ahead and do our unarmed combat, obviously, because that is our bread and butter. That is the true nature of our character. That's all we're doing in this challenge. We'll get our grappling down as well. I don't use it nearly as much, but this is fine. And let's see here. We don't really need any of that. Keen senses is going to be huge, though. Keen senses is big for just the fact that I need to be able to defend myself. Force palm. Need that max. Ah, sorry. Focus is important. I need nature snare too. Focus level 2. That's only going to give me this though. Oh no! Hold on, I actually need my traversal ability stuff. I need my quality of life stuff, otherwise I'm going to be miserable. Okay, I need that. We need more fragments, brothers. Okay, maybe I can do without that. And then... Thank you. I just need at least one. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Obviously, I would like to have, you know, the body slam and whatever else, but it's okay. I can observe those somewhere and find them. I got vaulted on at some point. I don't remember when, but Nature's Echo. So we want Echo because you can duplicate, you know, your DPS or whatever. You can make it like double the damage or whatever, however many strikes you're doing. Like then you see the echoes and they do strikes as well. All right, obviously we got rid of that. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. That's just quality of life. Let me think. Do we want... Oh, I can't even acquire it anyway. Okay, good. Now I can at least fight the damn boss. All right, that's the best we can do, unfortunately. And when we look at our health, we're back at 750. That's doable, right? All right, let's save as well, and then we're going to go ahead and move forward. Thank you guys so much for being patient with that. But yeah, you have to respec when you're doing crazy things like we're doing. So let's see. Slayer says, looks close Inhuman. If I'm not mistaken, you need the aerial ability for one of the ice puzzles. I could be mistaken, though. Ooh, I don't remember, but if that's the case, that's okay. I mean, we'll figure it out. Yep, RJ Mech, thank you so much. I took the 2 on there, so I couldn't figure out which one it was, so I just read through it and I saw, I was like, ah, that's the one. That's the one. What does Keen Senses do? It kind of like enhances your ability to more easily have like perfect dodge. Oh, it gives you the ability actually to perfect dodge and like perfect parry and stuff. I think otherwise you just have to, you can move and dodge and stuff, but you can't do one that's like, that kind of uses spirit. And so you get like a perfect dodge, and that gives you, you know, obviously when you do those perfect dodges or perfect parries, it gives you like spirit in return. Ace Cortez says, damn, you have to save often, like before every battle. No, you don't. You don't have to save. But I have multiple files, so I need to, because they only have like 3 autosaves at a time, so it's really just preference. But if I'm making a change to my entire build, it kind of makes sense to save, doesn't it? Because if I have to redo that, that's just a waste of y'all's time and a waste of my time. And unless you want to see me respecking all day. But you don't have to save often at all. It auto-saves for you. Alright, cool. Now we got our health situation all good. We'll go back to our trash heals. I guess I could ride my horse, huh? To me, Herspia. But yeah, I do hard saves whenever I'm making a big change or I'm in a position where I might be like, you know, get caught in something bad. Like I didn't have enough arrows and I had to make these very precise shots. So I saved before that just in case, so we could reload a save if we had to. But it's mostly just for ease of life. So you guys don't have to see me, oh, let's go buy arrows and do this and that and that. Unless you guys want to see boring gameplay, then I'll stop saving. It's cold. I should have brought my deer cloak. Ooh, there's brother bears over here. Thought that would have been empty. Landed in enemy territory. I love that. Reminds me of the spell area. Not sure what you're referring to. But sounds cool. When we were over with Hex Marie, there were like these jar people coming to life, and it was like poisonous and brimstone and all of this. I was like, this is awesome. That was quite cool indeed. I don't think we're being pursued anymore. Oh, the snow area from Elden Ring, yeah. What's it called? The Giant's Bunghole or something like that? I forget. Fire Giants area. Oh man, Elden Ring. I love hate for that one. Good game, but my gosh, did it make Souls-like's the most mainstream thing ever. I mean, it's a household name. It was like the Fortnite of Souls-like. Everybody was like, yeah! They're doing the dance from Fortnite. But it was a great game. It just... I don't know. I didn't even play the DLC, but I just got tired of it, man. It got a little too mainstream. You hear it all the time. It's very good. I think it's solid, but definitely not my favorite. A very, very good game. RJ Mech over on YouTube says, after Neo 3 with Deflect, I have never felt so good with hand-to-hand. Crimson Desert is amazing for hand-to-hand. Oh yeah, like, I think both of them handle up quite well. Like, the parrying and deflection. Like, the fact that Neo added, like, a proper, like, parry that doesn't have to be, like, a command or a skill. It's just like, hey, you just spec one time and you can now deflect, and so it's so good. Neo 3 was, whew, that was the game for me until pretty much this one came out. Silver Rose says, and now the next Souls game is going to be Switch exclusive. Yeah, what a joke, right? They're really pushing this, like, PvPvE kind of thing, and I'm not, or like, you know, like, or this multiplayer kind of thing too. I don't really like that. You know, I prefer to play alone. I like that there's the option to, but if it's like, nope, the game is, it's always gonna be online, and you're always gonna have a PvP aspect to it, and that's just it. Like, I don't like that. I don't, you know, I like to have the options and choices, and that's just really not my preferred play style. But yeah, for it to be on Switch is kind of also really shocking, but I mean, they do crazy stuff all the time, and there'll be enough content creators out there thirsty enough to be like, yes, I'm totally on board with this no matter what, because it'll get them views, you know. So trust me, I am a content creator. I know. I know what we're capable of. I just don't care to do that stuff. To my detriment, but I'm like, I don't care. Not doing it. Not gonna just do things just cause, unless I actually care about and like the game. Like, I'll feature a game to give it a shot, but if it just sucks, like, I'm not gonna play it. I think that game's gonna be great as well. It's just there are things about the game that I'm just not super stoked about. No, I missed. You can one-shot these things once they suck in the air. Now he's doing his melee strikes now. I had a kid. So he's gonna close his mouth, and then you'll see that's a little more like teal. And then you can immediately just one-shot them. Same goes for the little green creatures that are like wrapped in little balls of grass. You can just force palm them and they're dead. You can always see the weakness of anything by doing this, by the way, but anywho. But yeah, I think the game's gonna be great. I just don't like the online kind of PvP part of it, you know, because then, I don't know, there's just so many trolls and stuff. It just makes it unenjoyable sometimes. So many trolls, and then everybody now is going to be all running the same builds, killing each other with, you know, Moonlight Great Swords of the 30th variation, and it's like, I don't know, it just could have been different. I was pressing the wrong buttons there. Okay, so where's this dang spire? Oh, that's way up there. I've acquired knowledge of the Five-Finger Mountain very intimately. Alright, where is this thing? So it's there. But it's gonna be good. I'm just not gonna be for me. Silver Roses and oh yeah, yep. Very much so. Man, what a great turnout, guys. We got 13 viewers like across everything. That's awesome, man. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. That's like the biggest numbers I've had in months, so that is super exciting. Welcome, welcome. And just for anybody that is new to the channel, I am a full-time creator on YouTube. Trying to transition to full-time streamer. So I've been working on that quite a bit. But a full-time creator on YouTube, I have multiple channels, but two that I'm active on. So we have the lore channel, which is my main channel, lore and theories on all these different games. And then this channel that you're watching is my secondary channel, which is pretty much challenge runs, 100% walkthroughs, and just like casual playthroughs. There's a little bit of everything on this one. In this channel, I'm quite active, and then my lore channel, I do lore every once in a while on that as well, so that's my main one. But yeah, if you guys enjoy what you're watching, please feel free to support and subscribe. It helps me a lot more than you know, so really appreciate the support, guys. All right. Ooh, that's creepy. I didn't see that whenever I walked around here. There was a strange... Yeah, you see... Oh, you can't see maybe, but one thing I don't know how to destroy yet is on my mini map, if you guys can see. You come over here, like, you see this. I can't actually destroy, even when I do the super duper focusy one. So when I do this one even, I don't know why I couldn't destroy it. Oh, I couldn't destroy it last time. I literally did the exact same thing and I could not find the orb. That's weird. It might have just been me messing something up, but I couldn't break through it and I kept doing that exact same maneuver. Welp, never mind. It came from a question to this is how you do it. Alright, so this one's pretty interesting. You know, one thing I want to show you guys, I'll do it. I'll show you actually. So I'm going to save again. I know that that one guy's going to be, why are you saving? But I'll save anyways. Just smite him. So there are special encounters you can have with bosses and stuff in the game. Typically when you're like working your way and exploring towards a certain area. And the cool thing about it is like you can actually miss them too. And it's not like you're going to miss anything good. It's just additional content, additional fights, right? So like if you guys can see this over there, this right here, that's on the, we're going to get to it on the map, right? That is where you would have naturally progressed. Like if I didn't magically know where this was at because of you guys in chat, but you'd be following a path up here. And then if you go off the path, which I'm going to show you guys the importance of going off these little beaten paths here, these dead ends, you're going to have a special encounter. So then you would then say, oh, that pissed me off. So then you storm the mountain and you come up here and you find yourself up top with Daddy Ancient. Okay. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and go down there and say hi to the first encounter. See if we didn't skip it. Just keep going from here. Now this will be a great test to see if I can even fight this fool because, again, he flies around a lot. So you'd be like, oh, this is cool. You look at your map, and on the maps, when you see like these dead ends, they're typically not dead ends. They usually have something unique on them. And if there's nothing you can see from the all kind of perspective here, what you can do is you can actually R2 and then see if there's anything environmental. So like environment is actually really good whenever you're kind of figuring things out like from early on, because if you do just all or quest, you can be, okay, I don't know if I've gone there, right? I have no clue. But if I go to quest, it's like, okay, quest doesn't show, I know there's no quest there. However, if I'm just searching and trying to find everything, oh, I know that this is something I can search, and so are these two items. So I can go back and be, what are those? Oh, this is a house here, and guess what? It's on a dead end little thing, right? What we would consider a dead end. So these little dead ends are typically actually points of interest that are just unmarked until you discover them. So this is a similar example, but as opposed to giving you anything, it just gives you some additional action and a special encounter. So let's go ahead and get our asses. So you're like, whoa, cool rocks. You know, this looks cool. And then there you go. This happens. That happened to me, and I was like, oh my gosh. All right, are you gonna do your thing? Let's do wax on, wax off, brother. Oh my gosh. He's just moving the rocks now. Okay, we like that move. No, shoot. Nope, we don't like that move. Those are the stupid lasers we don't like. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. Land boy. And this it was, of course, one of the pre-fights, so you won't even get him down to full, you know. Ah, it's a vortex. I wonder if that will do anything for me. I need to actually unlock the skill too, and the skill tree. That's gonna. Oh, there he is. Brother. He's gonna be hard, guys, because he moves around too damn much. He's gonna be very difficult. If I can grab his ass. Nope. And he's like off the beaten path. Yeah, there you go. Get wrecked. Punched his toes. Nope, nope, nope. This boss looks familiar. Yeah, he is. At least in the tower, he's enclosed. Very true. I've seen him elsewhere. Yeah, you're gonna see him in the tower here in a minute. Son of a... Did he leave? No, he didn't leave. Oh no. I didn't have any spirit. No! Okay. Shoot, I don't have that skill. Do I not have the dive? Oh no, I thought I had the dive skill. No! Because that would be a way to hit him. Alright, brother. This dude's an absolute pain in the butt. Raziel says don't think you can even kill him. No, you can't. You only have to punch him a few times. But I just can't even punch him a few times. Nature Snare is allowed. He's just not doing nature snareable stuff. Maybe I can snare this? Wait, why are we doing that? Oh shoot, I'm out, that's why. Oh, I've seen him elsewhere, don't think you can kill him here. Is nature snare is allowed because my hands are empty. I'm not using anything in my hands to deal damage, so it's unarmed. You can't use the scorpion, get over here, move on. No, I tried. Oh, I almost died there. Actually, it's just... oh, crap. Burn through all these little stupid heals, because I'm about sick and tired of those. I'm gonna have to use my good heals, because that's getting annoying. I can't even focus on fighting him. Yeah, I didn't have spirit. That's my bad. Throw something at me. He didn't do it. Those rock clouds shoot rocks at you. Those aren't lasers. Oh, nice. Okay, so I can use those rocks on them then. Oh! This dude's fast. There's a few bosses where you have to pull out your sword for the pierce. Really? I've never experienced that boss before. Oh shoot, or a boss like that. That's insane. He's low enough. He's low enough. Got his ass. Okay, cool. Okay, so he's doable. That, anyways, is a secret encounter. That's a good test, is it not? That's a good test. And then you would have been like, wow, I just got my ass whooped. And then you go up the hill and be like, oh, what's that? You know? So, I love it. It's just so well done. Okay, so we know now where this is at. We can activate this quest because why not? And then we're going to go ahead and return to Hernand and do some shopping. I need food, baby. I need food, baby. And I know, yes, we can hunt and kill things, but unless you want to see me punching deer for 30 minutes, I need good quality heals, so. There are a few bosses where you have to pull out your sword for the spears. I have not come across any of those bosses yet. That's unfortunate. Hopefully not in the main quest. But we'll see. I mean, if it's scripted, I mean, it is what it is, right? We're just having fun, but can we beat the game with fists only? And we'll answer that question. If you have to use, I mean, technically in the tutorial, you have to strike with the sword a few times and all that. So, I mean, that's would kind of invalidate it there, right? For all intents and purposes. Oh, what am I doing? I guess I could sell some stuff. Yeah, make some money. How do you get those gloves? You get them from the bone pit. Braid and broom. You get them from the bone pit. The bone pit is over in Tashkalp in the top left quadrant. I'll show you in just a minute. I don't really need any of these. Got my infinite arrows. You gotta love that. There's really nothing I can sell. I'm willing to sell. I'm hoarding today. Stam regen. Got that sword just a few minutes ago. What was this one? Composure. I don't really need these. Oh, goody. I need heals. That can't be like mine, right? I'm pretty sure it's not like my actual one. Okay.
Oh my, remember me when you're
Remember me.
Greetings, stranger.
Okay, let's see. Man, after all those puzzles, man, we didn't really improve our abyss or our skill points very much at all. I need to go to the tavern. What am I doing?
How's things? That's a fine pairing, I tell you.
Inside, you might be able to jump up and force palm him. That's what I was trying to do, but he was moving around so much. I think I definitely will try that. I thought I had the kick, the flying kick, too. Braid and Broom, give me a second. I'll show you where that thing is on the map. I need to get some food for I'm hungry. Daddy's hungry.
Everyone needs a rest from time.
All right.
Safe travels.
Seek and So says, just found out recently that you can heal NPCs with the force palm heal. Yep, you can. You can do that to your horses, to your comrades, whatever you need. Slaya says they're robot bosses and you don't have to pierce them. It'll just take long. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's going to suck then. That's fine then. There may also be one which require, but the others I know you don't have to do that. Okay, cool. Fair enough. I mean, it is what it is, right? We'll do what we can. We'll do our very, very best. Alright, I'm going to assume that's enough because it's just the one boss, right? So now we're going to go back. Make it a little faster. How the hell are you? And say, hold on there, buddy. Why so hostile? Thanks, Slayer, for all the additional clarification, man. That knowledge is, as per usual, incredibly useful and helpful. And much appreciated. There he is. Golly, this map. This game is so damn big, man. I love it. So what you do here, it's kind of interesting, is you actually go all the way up the spire because you need to find a way down. It's like, well, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Well, there's a reason for that, and I'll show you guys. Braden Broom, if you're still here, this is for you. If you guys want these gloves that I have on, from Hernand, you just go all the way east, all the way to Tashkalp, southwest of the Crimson Desert, and then you just go to this area right here, and you'll be seeing what the bone, you'll be kind of prompted for the enter the bone pit. There's 3 bosses, you fight all 3 of them, you defeat them, and then you get those gloves. And I did it really, really underleveled, so it's possible. And you're forced to do it with, hands only, so you can get a taste of my life. Alright, let's go kill stuff. Find a way to the basement of the spire. What I ended up doing is I was climbing the outside because I didn't know there was an entrance because the last spire I went to didn't have this an open door. So I actually came into one of these windows here on my other file, so. But anyways, there's a bunch of like precision, how do you say that? Precision-based jumps. And it gets a little tricky, but It's more so like if you fall, okay, you have to redo that little sequence. It's not a big deal, but I do use the precision jump actually because it's just, in my opinion, very helpful. It's never a noob thing. What's a noob thing is to do the same damn thing over and over and over again because you're full of pride and hubris. Hubris. Slay says, of course, brother, I've got 272 hours in. It would be a shame to not share the knowledge. Oh, for sure, man. I always appreciate it. You know me. And then you guys are always so good about not spoiling things in like a way that's like, and then he dies at the end. But you get this really cool sword. So it's like, please don't ruin it like that. But you guys never do that, so. Alright, we shoot these things down. You can precision jump. If you don't precision jump, you just don't jump as far if you press square. Oh my, I just, what? I just glitch jumped through, I like clipped through the wall. That's probably how you can, wow, that was cool. Anyways, so this is going to be something that's incredibly important for later. That was weird, by the way. That kind of threw me off. Hold on, so. I don't even know if I got to where I needed to get to. Okay, we jumped there. That was so weird. Why did it do that? Oh my, it's like the camera was like, no! Then we go up here, okay, guys? And then you can turn right. It's just, you can pretty much just keep going in a clockwise fashion. Up and up and up, spiraling up top. Slayer says, I do my best not to spoil anything for you. If I do, it's accidental for sure. Oh, yeah, no worries. And then I just jumped here, and I had some trouble getting from the chandelier thing. So I ended up just kind of jumping up to this area over there. So you do want to shoot this down if you can. You don't suck at aiming like I do. Hell yeah. First try. And what I did is I just like, screw all that. I came up here. Because I realized we're just going up and up and up. And there are no like unique items or anything you're missing out on. And all you're trying to do is keep going up. Up and up and up and up. However you need to do that. And then once you get to the very top, which is going to be right up here at some point. Gotta watch your head here. Get some stamina here. The thing is, I don't even think I have, like, lightning's probably not doing anything, right? Maybe it is, I don't know. I don't know if I have to have it imbued with my skill unlock or anything, but we'll see. Same thing there, we kind of overdid the jump, but that's fine. You would then go to this area, this little ladder. Like I said, it's kind of easier to precision jump if you can. If you can't, then that's not a big deal. Let's do our little force jump again. I'm not trying to do that. There you go. That's fine. That's fine. Let's get down, Cliff. Damn it, boy. Okay. Now we're over here. Do the same thing. Just keep going up. Oh. Easy does it. Slayer says, was me saying they're robots spoilery? If so, I'm sorry. It's fine. I've seen robots before, so it's not like super duper like, oh my gosh, but no, I wasn't a spoiler. Not to me. Alright, so now we just keep going up. See if we can actually cheese it like this. Yeah, there you go. So you can be as precise as you want to be, or you can do it like kind of how we just did it there. Come on, big guy. Why is he doing this? Maybe because there's stuff. If I fall, I am so screwed. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. We should be okay here. That was dumb. Damn you, Scuba Steve! I just need a straight shot. Okay. For whatever reason, it's not letting me grab onto that, so that's fine. And that one kind of sucks, actually. I just force palm pushed my way up. I don't remember where I was positioned, though, but I did this several days ago, so I did like this weekend. Oh, there you go. The ladder. The jam, the toast. We just need to go up the ladder. There it is. I'll try and be less specific. Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. That doesn't, no, I said it didn't bother me at all. That's it. You just have to find the ladder. That's my bad, guys. I was like, I don't remember that being hard. Okay. And then from here, you can see all the lights, right? The lights are all pointing towards what? Oh my gosh, they're pointing towards something important. So I just shot this down. I don't know if that's like the thing, but I did. And that then breaks all of those things. We're going to well, we don't need to save or heal, actually. We're good. Let's just go kick some ass. That was not spoilery at all. It doesn't bother me one bit. It's more like the lore stuff, like that. I don't like being spoiled on the lore stuff. You know, that if anything, that's what bothers me, but not that. We have 8 of them. Okay, good. So that should hold us over. So I just jumped down here and I died the first time, actually. I actually died the first time. I hit like 17 pieces of this stuff. Of all the surrounding debris, and I was like, oh, that sucks. But you can be as risky or not risky as you want. I died the first time, it's fine. Nobody will ever know. You only know because I told you. Force problem up to 3 times, then you I don't have the stab, that's what sucks. I don't have stab in this, because remember, I have only done main quest. So I have absolutely no additional fragments. I only have had 43 fragments, whereas, and I'm like a few chapters behind in my main font. I have like 130 applied, I think, so. All right, let's do this, guys. Priscus the Ancient. Oh, he has a beard. No. Bad mage. You. No! Did I hit him? Son of a... Can I suck these up too? Balls! I ran out of spirit. By the time this much time had transpired in my other fight, he was dead. So I've only seen like 3 of his moves anyways, so. Whee! Oh, whoa! We suck! And now my, I do have a restriction on myself. I'm not using polymer pills during boss fights. Because that kind of invalidates the whole challenge, you know? You have millions of heals, you know, so why not just use the heals? You have the ability to do so. The revive is kind of like, come on. Then you're guaranteed to win no matter what. R squared, what's going on, brother? That's hilarious, Seekin' So. Slayer says, I love that there's so many ways to do things in this game. I used Axiom Force to break that bell. Really? That's awesome. So yeah, I mean, I love that too. That's why I was like, well, this is how I did it. R squared, hope you're doing great, brother, over on Twitch. Roger says, time to go pickpocket at the Scholar Institute. Oh, yeah. Or the poor people, the beggars. Slayer says, maybe consider doing some more puzzles to get some more fragments. Plus, there's like 40 Abyss fragments you can get just for discovering locations. He can be annoying for sure. Yeah, I'm going to beat him. There's no doubt. Just like we're going to beat Hex Marie. But it's just more so a matter of like... We're doing... By getting the fire and ice imbuements, we're going to be able to destroy him. And I don't think I can capture this one. That was cool. Maybe we can. What's he doing here? Always dodge laterally there. We're gonna build up our spirit. Read chat. He can be annoying. Yeah, he's a clown. Of the ass variety. Ass clown. Nope, 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 nope. That's that. Nope. I don't know his moves, so it might take me a little bit to figure it out. Ran right into that. Of course, you coward. I'm out. I can focus too. Those might be catchable. Oh, I'm pissed. Can't even focus because I'm angry. Okay. This guy's so cheap. I tried the others, but so for the eruption comes out on top. Bro, if you're getting fire and ice, you gotta get the scorch flame buff so you can use it for volcanic eruption. Okay, I've never tried it before. I can try it. Okay, when he goes red, I'm just gonna do my thing too. I have no spirit. I just want fire and ice for the moves, actually, you know? Slayer, but it's fine. Nope, that's the wrong move to do that to, brother. Shinto. I should have hit him with it, but I didn't want to release because I was like, I'm being protected right now. This might be a good tip for you. While he's in the air, just run around and you'll avoid all his... Yeah, that's very true. So I like the fire and ice simply because of the skills you can get in the skill tree, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. And I just wanted it for that. That would help me with Hex Marie a little bit in that fight when I'm getting surrounded by those damn jar people. That would be quite good. Volcanic Eruption's a gear that causes a fire AoE anytime you use the fire imbue element. It's super strong. And I'm assuming it comes from the Scorch Flame, because I have 2 pairs of the Scorch Flame gloves in my main file. And it says Imbue Fire. So is that where it comes from? Because I have 2 of those. There's a few pieces of gear that I have kind of like, okay, keep my eye on it. What are you doing, brother? What are you doing? Why are we... Whoa! Gonna be a lot of me meditating, that's for sure. That's his kick, or what's he doing? Get wrecked, big guy. So honestly, reflecting it back just does so much stamina damage or stagger damage to him. It's insane. Is he gonna kick here? Nope. Maybe a kick here. I accidentally pressed R1, it messed me up. Oh, sweet. That's a good idea, Slay. I'll put it in my boots instead then. Ah, son of a man. We'll get him though. That was a good attempt. That was a good attempt. Kicked his ass in the first phase, but man, he just started destroying me. The only problem is I have to keep reorganizing my heals. I like them to be from worst to best. And they always prioritize best to worst. Like, that's something that I've been asking for. Razio says, just imagine drop kicking and exploding like a volcano. That would also be awesome. RJ Mex says, volcanic eruption is low-key the best skill. Mix take fire damage and send them flying, even bosses. Yeah. You can even put it on your boots. That's insane, Slay. I did not know that. So the imbue gear is always good to have anywhere then, as long as it's just on something other than, you know, because my hands, I have obviously the repetitive, you know, consecutive hits cause damage and blah, 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 and pretty decent. The load times have been crazy today. I gotta watch this fool, okay? If I'm quiet in chat, it's because I'm just trying to focus. I gotta kill this clown so we can actually defeat Hex Marie, which is what we're trying to do the whole game. Alright, I'm not gonna do that the whole time then. Still got him, which is awesome.
Take back.
That's all right. That attack always kills me. I had full stamina, so I'm not sure, like, maybe there's just a limit to how many projectiles you can actually have back, so maybe I just run around that one, I don't know. Slaya says also, and I could be wrong about this, but when the boss is staggered, your weapons will flash if you hit R1, R2. Oh yeah. When they're staggered like that, you can always do a finisher. The only thing is, it doesn't do any damage, unless you have like a strong weapon or a two-handed weapon. But with fists, it doesn't do any damage, so it's actually better for me to continue doing my R1 combo or R2. That's the only reason why you don't see me always do that. But yeah, I know how to guaranteed trigger it every time. Oh, hold on. No, I didn't read that. I skipped. Okay. When I could be wrong about this, but when the boss is staggered, your weapons will flash. If you hit R1, R2 while they flash, I believe it empowers your attack and gives you better attack. Wow, I didn't know that. I knew about like the triggering the final move or the finishing move. That's awesome. I'll have to look and see. I wonder what would flash. I guess maybe my shield would flash or something. I don't know. I wonder what would flash if I'm not having weapons out, you know? That's fine though. That's incredible. I hope that's true. Got a little greedy there. That's my fault. That's so cool, Slayer. As long as I can punch his ankles. That's insane. Nope, that's the one that always kills me. Ah! I panicked. I don't know what to do there. You idiot. I would assume it'd be your gloves, but if you trigger your finisher, you're standing in front. Yeah, true. He's all the way over there. He's like, look, I'm not fighting this guy today. You ran it, so maybe let the attack go early. Yeah, I think you're right. on, big guy. Everything's glowing, Slay. I don't know what to do. Now I'm going. I can still get hit by it, but he didn't kill me. His stamina never regenerated either, which is kind of weird. How am I going to continue to stagger him? Time to get some spirit. Yeah, I had spirit even, and I think he just overran, overwhelmed me, I guess. Alright, come on, big guy. Show me your moves. Not that one. Yeah, he's not gaining stamina anymore, or like losing stamina anymore. Kinda sucks. Let's keep an eye on him. His stamina or stagger bar just glitched on me. I will try again. When I did try interrupting him, the only problem was that he had like the blue stuff around him like that, see? It's okay. Alright, let's build up some stamina. Oh man, this is a fight. Nope. Come on. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to run around in circles or something, because that snare actually gets me caught up. I almost die every time he does that too. You're low enough to get punched. Okay, no you're not. The fact that I can't stagger him anymore really sucks, by the way. I think I broke him. What are you doing, you dummy? Gandalf? So fast. You're doing really well, though. Thanks, Leia. Always love seeing your skill in action. Gosh. Sucking today, though, but it's okay. Sucking today. I just... if he wasn't glitched, man, we'd be able to have stunned him, like, multiple times. That's the only problem. Ooh, that's the one. That's the one. Okay, we need to sprint. Stop it! Yeah, that's okay. We'll get him. We'll get him. We'll get him. We'll get him. Thank you so much, Slay. I appreciate you. We will get him. Yeah, that attack, I think I'm just gonna have to sprint. It's I didn't notice this, but it's a black hole plus maybe too many projectiles for me to actually have. He's like Gandalf the Geriatric. I've been watching all of the prequel trilogy, and then now I'm back on like the first movie. And just at night, like I just have them on, and I'm like, man, these are pretty good, man. They definitely inspire me to go back and read some of the Forgotten Realms, Dungeons and Dragon books. But yeah, the recent bugs suck. Yeah, I haven't really experienced bugs other than like something like that, you know? Like, I've not seen anything like that happen before where like the bar doesn't regenerate. That prevented me from staggering him, which was a problem. And there's one other thing. I think just the thing that sometimes I don't have the glint, the sword glint work. That happens occasionally too. Are you good? Let's build up some spirit right here. Really, that's no fun. Oh no, I don't have enough spirit to do anything with it. Darn it! That was cool though. Now what? Now what? Now what? Run! I need to build up some spirit here because I'm in trouble. Alright, we're doing better already. Looks like you can hide behind the pillars to avoid that laser. Nice, okay. It's very possible. I can check that out then. Is this a scary attack? Yeah, that's the scary one. Okay, pillars it is. Let's get our spirit up and then prepare for this next onslaught here. I don't like that hit me. It shouldn't have hit me. Not in my opinion. In my opinion, shouldn't have hit me. And we start doing our nature snare right here. Actually, no, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. That's the one we want to dodge. Dang it. So there's two attacks he does that look identical. That's his super duper one. And then we have the one that he does that's kind of similar, but he doesn't like charge it as long. That was my bad. Dang it. I'll try and hide behind it for sure. Oh, nice. If you want tips, when he goes to the center, just run in that circle and tap run. Okay, so we're figuring like we got to be able to dodge that. I was trying Nature Snare, but he overwhelms Nature Snare, so we'll try running, and if not, we try hiding behind the pillars for sure. But yeah, we're trying to beat him fists only right now. We're getting there, just so we can unlock our Frost and Fire imbuement and then go beat Hex Marie. But I did not realize it was going to be a whole stream dedicated to Abyss puzzles. When he crouches like that, that's the one you want to run from. Yeah, when he gets down low, for sure. Spooky Molder says, this MFer killed me like 80 times. That's hilarious. What are you doing, buddy? No, 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 no. Why? We did it. I'm gonna die here. That's okay. I deflected it, which is all that matters. Whew. The boss with punch is very hard. You got it. Thank you, Saga. Oh, shoot. Normally I'm okay with that, but that did not work very well. Alright, come at me, big boy. Wrong move, that's okay. Alright, we're good on spirit too. Nope, that's the big one, right? Stop it! No! No! Damn it! I had him! You're so close, you got this. I messed up so bad. I just forget when he went to the center like that and then he started... I couldn't undo the snare. It was cool when you deflect the lance. Like, didn't know you could do that. Yeah, you can deflect anything. Any of those projectiles is so awesome. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him this time. That way we can go beat Hexamarie. My gosh, man. It spawns a black hole and then he does a super laser. Yep, that's what's kicking my butt. I messed up because I couldn't undo the snare. And when I recognized the attack, I was like panicking and I couldn't undo it. That was excellent though. We'll be able to get some good attempts in here. We'll beat him. We'll beat him before the end of the stream. There's no doubt. Oh, we're so close. Well, what's up with the load times today though? They usually are quite short, but... Is this a shitty one? Oh no, okay, no, stop. Okay. I'm gonna die anyways. Lovely. I've seen you beat way harder bosses than this geriatric Gandalf. I know you got this, brother Slayer. Thank you. Yeah, we'll get him. I just I need to be able to recognize that move better. For whatever reason, it's just a move that I don't recognize very easily. Because, I mean, if you saw, that was an excellent beginning, by the way. Totally wrecking his ass, and then he got me with that one move. Yeah, we can definitely beat him, though. There's no doubt about it. And it's going to be good. I want it to look good, too. That was an excellent attempt, by the way. We're going to be pretty aggressive on this one. Ding, ding, ding. And then hopefully we have time to do the puzzles. That was the whole point. We got to build up some stamina here. Let him retreat back to his little hidey hole. Get some spirit back and do what we gotta do. We got this, guys. Not make any silly mistakes, that's okay. That's alright. Get the spirit back. As long as we don't make any big mistakes, we can finish him off. And that's first try, baby. Just kidding. GG's, man. Let's go. That's fist only. Priscus the Ancient. And that was a sexy defeat. Gosh, we got him. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Oh, that was good. We get a fragment from him, and then we can get a few more. This is good. This is good. We did it, guys. Yay, now we can go get ice and fire. Gosh, that was rough. Saga says GG's. Slayer says GG's, and Human, very well done. Thank you so much. That was a good fight. I didn't even have to use any of my good heals, really. I think just like one or two, so... If I even had to, I don't remember. I know I swapped to them, but... That was perfect. No gross menuing during the boss fight either, so that was nice. Saga says, since that boss only cooks food, that gives 10 spirit now. Yeah, I only used boss that... I mean, I only used cheap food there. That's too funny. He needed different foods. Now we're going to be doing the puzzles, both the ice and fire as quickly as possible, and then we'll see if we can get to Hexmarie. If not, that will be for tomorrow's stream. Yeah, you did really well that time. Thank you, Slayer. That felt good. That one felt really, I was like, yes. I could tell it was crispy. I didn't even look at his health. But then whenever I said, okay, now we're going to go ahead and finish him, I knew at that point, I was like, okay, we have a chance. I have tons of heals. Unless I make some ridiculous mistake. And I think I read that his ultimate twice, which was just beautiful. That was my favorite part. What a great fight. Alright, so we really just need to make it into the gate or the square gate that's going to be open up here in this revolving tower. So let me just get some air here. We'll be coming up on it here in a little bit. I'll make sure we stay in the vent. Oh no, I'm missing it. Alright, so then we just control this little tower here in just a minute. Where is it? Maybe it's on the other side. This little thing that you move around to change the position of the door. Oh, there's two. Haha, that's funny. Two open gates. I always went to this one, but you can always tell because the lights... I mean, it's very subtle, but if you pay attention, you can actually see these things. You just line it up right now so that the gate's open. Keep lining it up. And then we're good to go. Slayer says, if you really want, I can take you to get the Scorch Flame gloves too. You know, I think I know where those are at because I actually have two pairs. There's one you get from the quest line, and there's one you get from... I think it's a side quest actually, and then there's one you get from... what's her teats? It was just one in the wild, you know? So now we're going to drop down. And then we're going to lift this gate up. It took me a million years to find this, by the way. And then we turn... Or actually, we just back up, and then we're going to turn this around here. And you go ahead and find the entrance. You can turn the camera as well. So you can see... Should be a little nook that we can crawl out. I highly recommend them. They'll be really helpful for the Hexamarine fight. Okay. Yeah, I don't mind getting them. I don't have them on this one. You can get one pair from Twilight Grotto. Okay. I know. Okay, Twilight Grotto might be the name of the actual thing. I just know it's like... It's a very distinctive place on the map that I think I remember where it's at. Oh, I'm not even... Okay, that's fine. We'll look at it in just a second. I can flip the map, but it's fine. It's like a... It's like... I forget what they call it when rivers meet, but it's like one of those things. 3 rivers are meeting. Confluence. We need to get that right there, so we're going to go ahead and come up here. Keep taking these vents up. Or not. There you go. And we're going to grab this. Seal it for now. Ooh! No! Poor K. And there we go. Ow, gosh. I hurt my nards. No! Okay. Very good. That one's locked in. Now we need to go ahead and open up our cuckoo pot. Get the other one going. I do believe this will be it. Mayhaps. That may not be it. Yeah, that's it. That opens this up and starts the fan. You get one pair from Twilight. Okay, cool. Easy to fight, no fight or anything. It's just a cave, isn't it? And then Saga says, "Yeah, I went blind and I need to look at what to do." Yeah, man, like my gosh, like I've done all the puzzles blind, and the only thing I ever used a guide for, you guys saw when I was like, I told you anyways that I was like, in the beginning when I first played this game, I did not enjoy it very much. And I ended up doing finding of several pieces of the shadow plate armor, and I used that as the guide. And then I don't remember and I found Rockade or Rokade, the black horse. And other than that, I've done everything blind. Other than us chatting and us figuring things out together, like it's been pretty awesome. Oh, this is gonna be a B word to get now that I did that. Oh no, it's not, because this is a little platform here. Yay! Oh man, I don't have my thing anymore. I just removed that ability. Make sure you clean, guys, because if not, you will literally fly into space and die, so. Dread Pirate, what's up? Says fork intersecting or a confluence. Yeah, I don't know. It's like when all the rivers come together. It's so cool, and it's like a very specific point that I'm like, oh, that is where the Scorch Plate things are, because I found them on my other file. That was kind of what inspired me to be looking through all these different little areas. And then I went back to Hernand and started going and finding like all the different waterfalls, learning that the cairns mark Obviously, like the hidden secrets behind the waterfalls as well, so all good things, man. Wish they had a proper path. You can't really like, you have to like either, you know, jump around or whatever there, but we're getting all kinds of abyss artifacts. Looking really good. We're going to activate this sky bridge, and we're going to continue on through the ice. I think we'll be fine with what we have on. I don't have my deer cloak on me, but we should be fine. Waterfall, Slayer says, yeah, it's a waterfall cave. Nice. And we're going to go ahead and use our Axiom Force here. Let's see. Can't see Donk right now. Thanks, camera. I just started finding the caves behind falls. Yeah, me too. I noticed the cairn or whatever, and I was like, okay, that means that every time there's a cairn, that means there's something special. Because I think one, I don't remember which one, but it was definitely something tied to like the shadow plate or whatever. There was definitely a waterfall somewhere in one of those, and I remember I was like, oh, okay, cool. There's waterfall secrets. So I started looking at every single waterfall possible. I got hooked. Slaya over on YouTube says, in 276 hours, I think I've used maybe 8 guides for various things. I do my best to do everything through blind exploration and brain power. Yes. To me, that makes it more fun. And then, yeah, if you need the help, sure. Trust me, because, like, obviously, I think guides are a great thing. But I typically am the one making the guide. So it's, like, so nice to, like, be able to have, you know, the ability to be, oh, cool. This is awesome. Oh, this is just a big jump. But I love figuring things out myself. I mean, that's one of my favorite things to do. You know, I have sufficient stamina. I definitely do. I nailed that. Okay, so we're good there. It's getting cold, guys. And there's never a knock to using guides, guys, honestly. Honestly, because first off, then I would never make any money because I do guides on this channel. So it's like, guides are good. I just don't like using guides in general because it kind of spoils the fun for me. I like to figure out things on my own. That's why I'm doing like a challenge on my first playthrough. How do we go through this? The only reason I know these puzzles is because on my other file, the one I initially started streaming on, the one I was miserable when I was playing the game because I was sick and I just wasn't enjoying the game. That file, I'm way further on this file. I've just done some of the puzzles and stuff on the other file because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was just playing the best I knew. But now that I know, it's so much, when you have a little bit of knowledge and know what to expect with the game, like, shoot. It's just, like, as I said, I can't say it yet, but because I haven't actually beat the game yet. But once this game is under my belt, I have a very, very strong feeling this is going to be one of the best games I've ever played, and one of my favorite of all time. Dread Pirate says, or a rock to stand on. I found a map that describes the first one I found. Oh, cool. I have 2 treasure maps only. Power cell. Okay, and if I recall correctly, you can fall a little bit lower down here. Yeah, here. We need to activate this right here, don't we? It's been a while since I did it. Well, I did it this weekend, so it's been a little bit. Oh man, I don't have my little puzzle power. That sucks. I have to actually like do things. Gross! I have to actually manually do puzzles. So that's the biggest reason I love this game. There's no hand holding, and it really makes you use your brain. And in a way that to me was so far superior than Hell Is Us, man. I had a heck of a time enjoying that game. I just did. I don't remember if I have to take this one off. I don't remember. Don't remember. I think we place it here if I'm not mistaken. It's been, I haven't done this since like this week. So. But yeah, Hell Is Us was good too in that regard, like, but I couldn't stand the combat in the game. Like, I was miserable playing that game. This game, on the other hand, is fantastic. Combat's amazing. Everything is just everything they introduce and have as a mechanic in this game and feature is just so damn good. They do everything exceptionally well, which is not something you see often. Precision jumps here are fine. It's not noobish, promise. What's noobish is falling down and being like, oh no, I'm in some random spot in Piewell. Precision jump. Okay. And then now, you don't need that yet, right? We gotta power one of these bad boys and then do all the things, but I think we need to do this first if I'm not mistaken. Joke's on you, it can't be dropped there. Okay, we're gonna move this back now. I think. Could be wrong, but I think this moves the conveyor belt back. Oh no, my little block is all jacked up now. It's not gonna remove that, so that's important. I actually need to remove this power source now and line up that laser a little bit better. I haven't played Hell Is Us. Is it good? Oh man, I guess the puzzles are good and stuff, but the combat is the most dry, bland combat I've ever experienced in my life, and I was actually like depressed playing the damn game, man. I thought the world was cool to an extent, but all the enemies, there's like 3 different enemy types in the whole damn game. It's like, I don't know, it was just very bland from a combat perspective, but the puzzles were phenomenal. They were good. It was cool figuring out the puzzles, but that was about it. I just had such a hard time playing that game because the combat was very bland, and you know me, I need a challenge, and the puzzles just weren't enough to keep me engaged, you know? Okay, so now we're good. This is gonna drop down this barrier here. Now we can take this, go back this way, and then we have 2 cubes. And we can place them wherever we need to. The combat is just not there, man. The puzzles and the world building, like it's cool because you're like, oh, what's going on? Like I played it for, I don't know, 20 hours. I didn't know what the hell. I still don't know what the hell's going on, but I don't know, man. It was just a lot for me. And I'm just really weird about dumb, like call it whatever you want, you know, like, but I just don't like the way the main character looked either. Like I know that's dumb, but it's like, I don't like the way he looked. It's like, I don't, like I can identify with tons of different types of characters and whatever, but I did not like his look. I don't know. I don't know. Just the way it just call it what you must, but I didn't like it. Brother. There you go. Now we need to go through here, but yeah, if the combat was there, it would have been a way better game. But there's like 5 different enemy types, and the combat just is not ideal for me. The puzzles and stuff are cool or whatever, but it's like, I don't know, man. It's not for everybody, and it certainly wasn't for me, I'll tell you that much. But not a bad game at all. It was very good quality game and everything. It just not jive with me at all. All right, so we dropped the barrier. Now we go here quickly, push this through with the R2, and then we're gonna do the same for us. Just let ourselves out by using the glint. Oh, hold on there, buddy. Using the glint. Just come through here like that, put our weapons away, and then you can rotate this so that it's horizontal, and then you stuff it through. A lot of people like were saying how some of these puzzles are so difficult and they don't make any sense, and it's so hard to move the pieces, but it's like you can like you have full control of it. So you have full control of the movement, so I don't understand how that's that bad. Again, look for the light. You'll see the light right there. Boom. The only part of light in here. I think that's a nice, not even subtle at this point, but I'll have to jump over this one, unfortunately. That activates our teleporter. Now we get ready for the next sequence. It gets colder and colder. I think there's a part here that I don't particularly enjoy. I think it's the part where we have to go to all the there's like you have to find the torches and stuff, and I got lost in that part and it took me a little bit. Frostbitten Paradise. I think some people just need something to complain about. Yes. I agree. But I was complaining about Hell Is Us, and that I get it. I mean, I also have opinions, believe it or not, and sometimes they're not like, you know, they might not be in line with everybody here in chat, but it's kind of is what it is, man. It's like we all are going to have our differences and things that we do and like and don't like, and for whatever reasons, you know. But I think it's important to at least be able to like express your opinion without offending people and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. It's just not a game I enjoy, and I know it's because of me. I've always said it's a me thing, you know. It's not a bad game. I can't stand the fact that there's not very much enemy variety, and I can't stand the fact that the combat is very bland. That gets old. I need a challenge. I mean, that's why I typically do these challenge runs the first time I play a game, because that's when it'll be the most difficult ever for me, because you lack the knowledge, you know? Once you gain knowledge, like, things get so much easier, in my opinion. So you'll never have that experience of like that same like, oh my gosh, what do I do here, unless it's your first playthrough. And so that's why I like to add the that challenge aspect and restriction so that it's even better, you know? I have to admit that sometimes some of the mechanics can feel janky at times, but not enough to ruin my experience or bring down the rating. Yeah, same. And it doesn't compare to how it felt day one. Day one, I was like, the hell, man? And then just 3 days later, however many days, and they started like just revamping everything. I'm like, what? That just completely changed it for me. All right, we're gonna go over here. Oh, I can just re-up on this little vent here. No! Ooh, I don't have the stamina to be messing around with this. Yeah, oops. That is not cool, brother. Alright, and then we're gonna go here, fly backwards. I'm just kidding. I don't like flying backwards because I feel like I lose a lot of juice. We can't lose the juice. Alright. And look around, see where to go. It's another base cannon. Base cannon right here. And another. Let's see, are we high enough? That'll work for me. We're freezing our nards off at this point, but it's okay. We're gonna keep it going. Slayer says, yeah, Pearl Abyss has been great about fixing these, making quality of life so much better. They're great devs in my opinion. Yeah, same. Some of the big oversights they had on day one, they just fixed me like, oh crap. I think it was literally because they're thinking pay model in their head, even though they're like, no, we're not gonna charge anything else, but the storage thing and things like that, it's like, come on, you have like 1,000 unique pieces but no storage, like what? Like that was a huge oversight, you know, and they're just probably thinking, oh yeah, it knows paid storage in their DNA, you know, and they're like, oh crap, that's not the game. This is not the same game. So they immediately fixed that. That's pretty neat. You can stand by the fire to warm up. Yeah, but when you walk away, I mean, it goes, your temperature drops so quickly. Also, I may have some foods that I don't. Ice resistance. I mean, I guess I mean, it's fine. See, like, I'm like super hot right now. I'm like, oh man, I'm burning up right now. I'm sweating. I'm about to take my shirt off on stream. And then as soon as I walk away, it's going to be really, really chilly. Okay, I don't remember. It's really hard to see in the dark, man. I'm gonna go over there. Now I'm cold again, freezing my nards off immediately. There's like one up on, oh man, I just don't know where I'm at. It's so damn dark. Yeah, it's up there. I don't say, I think there's another one here. Yeah, there you go. There's that one there too. You can actually light this one. Good thing the damage is pretty negligible too, but yeah, you get the point. You freeze really quick. Like, it's nice to be warm, but then as soon as you step away, you're like immediately cold. I think you need really high ice resist here to not take damage. Yeah, I don't know how high, but higher than I'm willing to invest, you know? I'll tell you that much. Because I would rather have like climate resistant gear and have damage dealing gear. I always prefer damage to anything else, and to defense, I should say, but I don't know how high it'd have to be. Okay, this is where I got lost last time, so I think I need to follow here. This is the lava forge. I'll need to come up on that higher level, I think. This took me forever. I got lost. I was on the other side. Okay, come on, brother. He's over here skating around like a princess. And I need to remove the battery, if I'm not mistaken. We're good there. Now we need to go find the chip. Which I'm going to be honest, this is where I always get messed up. Alright. And there's a bunch of more torches, so you know, like, you know how they're like, oh, there's like a million more torches, just so everybody knows. I have to get on. Oh, here it is. It's right here. It's just so dark. I can't see anything. So I need to bring it inside. I don't remember where inside is. Let me go find the path. It's right here. The Frost Curse plate set. But the only thing about Frost Curse is it doesn't, like, there's so many pieces of it that you can't even upgrade, man. There's so many pieces you can't even upgrade. Really? Okay. I needed to heal. I was getting my... Oh, shoot. Shoot! I was getting my buns frostbitten off. Come on, you jackwagon. This part took me forever to... I was like, I didn't know how to get to here. You have to let go. That took me forever to figure out you had to let it go. Because I was like, wait, what's happening, guys? Frost Curse plate set is great, but the Shadow plate, in my opinion... Whoa. Did it glitch? I think it fell through the wall and then it didn't like that. Okay. Yeah, it reset. Okay, that's good at least. At least it reset, right? That would have been really unfortunate if we just lost it. We wouldn't have been able to even complete this. Seems like the game has some fail safes against that, though. I had to get down in there. I didn't know what the hell was going on when I was playing, so I went down here like this. Stuffed it in there. And then I let it go to heat up. Brother. I don't know why it's not melting. I think you have, if you have other skills, the other stuff doesn't matter a ton. Oh man, I lost it. Why was I doing that? Slaya says, not true, Inhuman. You upgrade Frost Cursed armor into Cuckoo Ice Resistance armor, which is the best ice resistance in the game. Then you can upgrade. No, okay, cool. So the Cuckoo Pot can upgrade the armors that aren't upgradable then, I guess, or to like the ultimate level. Okay, that's interesting. Because I saw you can also do Scorch Flame. So Cuckoo Scorch Flame. I have like a thing for that too. That is cool. The only piece of Frost Curse you can't upgrade is the cloak. Oh, I thought it was the chest piece. Interesting. Yeah, the cloaks aren't a big deal. They don't really give you tons of bonus anyways. I'm frozen. So I'm not sure why, but I'm not able to melt this thing. Did I do something wrong? It's really just not wanting to melt. It just keeps disappearing. That's awesome, Slaya. I have the I didn't know that Frost Curse did that. I actually have the gosh, what is it? Scorch Flame, and I was like, I don't know if I upgrade it or whatever, and I think that you had mentioned that you don't lose it, right? Like you don't lose the... Okay, is that it? I don't know what's happening, guys, but it's not actually wanting to... Let me rotate it a little bit. It's not wanting to melt. I don't get what's happening. There you go. That was bizarre. That was a pain in the butt. If I'm not mistaken, you taught me about the Scorch Flame being something you could upgrade in the Cuckoo, and then I ended up getting the blueprint later that day. I don't know who I fought or whatever, but... Lovely. Oh my goodness, what a pain in the butt. I think this is ice, right? Oh, it actually was melting because I was taking too long. That's insane. The chest piece is what turns into the Cuckoo Ice Resist. Okay, that makes sense. Slayer says it's melted. Oh my god, I was melting it. I thought it was just like going through the wall and it was like a fail-safe and it was just like saying, hey, you're not doing it right, dude. That's so awesome. Why does it keep doing it? J. Cruz says it'll just freeze up. Use the sword. The sword for what, my friend? Slayer says, GG's, brother. Thank you, man. Did we get ice yet? Yes, we have ice. Okay, now we do fire. As best we can anyways. We only have like 10 minutes left. I apologize. I was getting my ass whooped by the Prius guy. The Nissan Sentra, whatever his name was. Use the sword for what? Can I use the sword glint and melt it that way? That'd be cool if I could. Oh. I never even thought to do that. Not to melt ice. Alright. How far can we get in the next 10-15 minutes? Let's find. It's so dark, man. I can't really see either. Makes it kind of tough. With all these abyss fragments, we're gonna be specking into some. Can I make this? I bet I can. Can't really see where the hell I'm going, but. Oh man. Reach the teleporter at all costs. Now, of course, you can go and do those other things, and there's additional things. Like, I think there's a chest there, for example. If you go down the path, I don't remember exactly, but most of the chests just have things like abyss gears, medium to low level, medium to high level, I'd say. You can even have like some of the more like unique type gears you might find. But I've got like a haste 3 from one of these chests, and I don't think the loot's random because each time that I've opened it, at least in this file and my main file on this one, it seems like there are those may be fixed loot drops in those chests. Alright, now this one took me a while to figure out, actually. We'll go through it as quickly as we can, but yeah, this one, I had no clue you could force palm that thing, but I ended up force palming it because I was just desperate. And many of these things have been like rage-induced, like, okay, this is how I solved it because I was just angry. There's also a way to cheese this one, by the way. So there's two ways, like the previous puzzle, I think it was the ice puzzle, no, it was not the ice puzzle, it was the lightning puzzle. We were able to figure out, like, well, I didn't show you guys, but there's a way to cheese that. Like, if you just do things quickly, like, you can do it with enough time. So you gotta go in there at some point. Let's just grab the... And you get a chip for there. We'll do this first. Quit sliding around, Cliffy. RJ Mech says, truth is, got Gourmet 3 from one of the chests in Abyss. Yeah, you can get some pretty decent stuff. I mean, I got Haste 3. which is, I was like, heck yeah. So that was nice. All right, so there's that. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, I don't need to like melt something. I think I need something here. I don't remember what. Ooh, I don't remember. Did I break the eyes here? Maybe I just need to pull it off. I don't know. There you go. Now, the camera angle sucks here. I don't know why it does that, but you can't see donk. We'll just lift it up as high as we can go, jump on out. Yeah, Gourmet 3. There's the save, with the fast travel point right there. I keep calling them save points. There's the checkpoint. And all we're trying to do is make sure that the secondary laser is activated as well. But you can actually just use your sword glint to activate it. Hold it long enough, those things will spin and power that up. And you can do it. Like, that's how I did it. And then I went back and was like, oh my gosh, I did it wrong. You can cheese these. Because I did the ice and frost. I'm sorry, ice and flame first. I didn't know about lightning until Slaya mentioned it just a few, streams ago. I think yesterday he mentioned it or something. And I'm like, wait, you can get it from Scala Stone? So we did that. Thanks to him bringing that up, because I had no clue you get lightning from there. That's going to power the other laser. Get all those little gears running, so that's good. I'd use attack and attack speed and stamina regen. Yeah. You're a boxer build. Nice. Yeah, there's unarmed is fun. All right, so let's go ahead and line this laser up, and then we'll do the other, and then we'll be set. This one needs to come down, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, down and to the right just a little bit. Lovely. Yeah, I think this needs to come down as well. Just a smidge. That's part of the reason I'm here in Inhuman. I enjoy helping you out with the knowledge. Oh man, it's so much fun. Like, it's things I didn't know about. Like, and because I'm playing it super casually and at this like really nice, like, let me just immerse myself pace, which I rarely get to do in games because of what I do for a living. It's so nice, man. It's just so nice. So those are going to start activating those like fans or whatever, turbines type things. And then you activate this and you're on your way. There'll be a little cutscene. Yeah, it's really cool to learn from people in chat too. No. Liffy. Oops. I was gonna go Legolas on this thing. You get so many abyss fragments just from doing these things here. And like Slaya said earlier, you can just find the abyss crescents that are like challenges out throughout the world, and you just get free abyss artifacts from that too. But these are kind of rewarding because you're like, whoa, you're doing I don't know, it just feels cool to use your brain every once in a while. We need some spirit. Espiritu. Alright, and then off to the right is the path. Yeah. I remember this one. Okay, we're kind of cruising. It's 2:02. We don't have much time left in the stream, but I'm going to do as much as I can. Turn this bad boy to the right. I always just turn them clockwise, and that seems to work every single time, so I don't think there's any science to that, but this one was pretty interesting. Took me a minute to figure out that I had to remove certain chips here and there and whatever, but I made it pretty easy because I was like, okay. Or is this not going up? Oh, this is going. Trust me, I don't play with the parkour stuff, you know? Some of the stones or these little platforms do fall, so it's like, I don't play with that. Slaya says, the Abyss puzzles are one of my favorite mechanics. The puzzles are done really well in this game. I agree. I know a lot of people complain about the puzzles for some reason. I don't know why. I guess, like you said, there's something that people always need a reason to complain. Well, people don't need a reason to complain. They just complain anyways. But yeah, that is something that I've heard a lot of negativity about. Like, oh, I'm like, the puzzles are great. Alright, let's go ahead and teleport Mega Man X style to the next area. Then we have these like rings, like Halo style rings. I think there's 3 rings total. We'll try and knock this out. My alarm's gonna go off any minute now, but I'll try and go to like maybe 10 as late as I can possibly go to 10. Let's see. Man, today's stream just flew by, man. I've been having so much fun. So Wednesday, tomorrow, I have something to do tomorrow, but I should be able to stream. Now Thursday, I have something personal I need to address. That'll be like an all-day thing, so I won't be able to stream Thursday, but I will be back Friday. And of course, we're doing a Saturday stream celebrating so the 6-year anniversary for this channel. So we'll be doing a 6-hour stream with, of course, with the viewers. So we'll be doing, you know, trashy games like Arc Raiders and, and all this stuff. I know I'm bashing it, but I bought Arc Raiders so we could play it together. That, and we can play other games. I have all the Souls-like games, of course, and anything that has cross-play, because I'll be on the PS5 primarily, but we can enjoy it together and it'll be lots of fun. Alright. So, here you got, you know, microchips you have to plant each of these little things. You can place them now, and then you have to be moving around, or you can grab things a little preemptively, which I like to do. Dread Pirate over on TikTok says, yeah, I too have been frustrated, but it didn't stop me from loving the game and having fun all around. Yeah, my initial impressions of the game were not the best. They were like, it was like a 7 out of 10 for me because of some of the things I felt they had kind of just missed the mark on. But as I play it more and more, and I honestly, as they just fix things within like 2 days of launch and things like that, like that really changed my opinion of it pretty drastically. And I'm like, yeah, this game is now one of my favorite games I've ever played. It's just one of the best games I've ever played, so really cool how it changed like that. If I remember correctly, it's got to be like up here, so that we're good there. We'll go ahead and activate this chip. It'll start spinning around. They spin in different, you know, whether it be clockwise or counterclockwise, so we just need to kind of be mindful of that. Extremely true, says Dread Pirate. Slaya says, I think people just struggle with understanding how to do the puzzles. The lack of the hand holding is probably hard for some people. I hate Arc Raiders, but I'll be there to hang out. I hate it too, but I know there's a lot of people that enjoy it, and it's just one of those like mindless, like fun, like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen games, because the gameplay in and of itself, the bones are good, but it's not a good game. I mean, it's, you know, it's nothing new. It's just the fact that you can have fun experiences with games like that because the unpredictability of it, I suppose. But alas, it'll be that, and then we'll have 6 hours. So I'm not gonna be doing Arc Race for 6 hours, but that will be, you know, we can do some of that. But we also have the other games that we're gonna be featuring. Any Souls-like that we guys want to play and stuff like that will be part of it. The poll was kind of like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of non-viewers, like not people that aren't really subscribed to me were participating in the poll, because it was just weird. The results were quite, like, to me, like, that's what you guys want to play? But we'll see. Let's go ahead and rotate the chip, and we'll place it down. We need this so we can actually open this up here, because that barrier is closed right now. That barrier will then open, and then we can pull that out. And this is where it kind of gets a little, like, to me, you should try and, like, prioritize, like, placing as many, you know, removing the chips and placing them in a strategic position as much as possible. So we can have, like, one there, for example, and then we just pull out this one, too. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Arc Raiders, but it'll be fun, I guess. It's all in good fun. I know a handful of people want to play, and it'll be fun playing with you guys. Gotta find the sweet spot. There it is. Alright, it's 208. coming up on time, guys, and I apologize. Just gotta pick up my baby. Oh my god, I almost fell. Alright, so now if I recall correctly, the chip is somewhere over here. Maybe. And then I'll need this chip. Or up here. And it took me a while to figure that out. Something like that will do for now. Let's go ahead and place that other chip in, and let's see if we can finish this puzzle before I have to bounce. This is it right here. Make sure we don't fall off the map. Atta kid. I should start powering all this up here. Yeah, these puzzles are a lot of fun for me. This one's going clockwise, so that's perfect for us. And we come in here. Go find the chip socket for this thing. I want to say it's over here if I'm not mistaken. Nope, it wasn't over here. That's fine. It was on the other side. It's all good. And then we'll activate that deal, that big power button. We're good to go. There you go. Come up on this really quickly, jump, and force palm aerial push that bad boy. Then we just need to go ring around the roses for a bit, activate that power button, and then we're set. It's so much like safer to do that when you have your axiom force and you can then push it, because otherwise it's just very scary. Wait until all these things spin around, because you will actually move accordingly to the spins. So you don't want to be like flipped upside down. I almost died whenever I did this puzzle on my own. Alright, 211. Boom, we got that, and then we can go ahead and activate this bridge. And we're making some progress, guys. I love it. Let's go ahead and tag the next save fast travel point, and that will be where we end it for today, guys. Whenever we find that little fast travel point. Wish I could go longer. We'll have to save it for tomorrow. I should be able to stream tomorrow, normal time, so I do have something I have to deal with, but then Thursday I'll be out all day, unfortunately. Excellent work. Thanks, Dread Pirate. I appreciate you, man. Especially if you enjoy what you watch, man, don't be afraid to follow on TikTok if you haven't already, and on YouTube. I am a full-time content creator on YouTube, so I appreciate any of the love and support. That is my home platform. And I say content creator because I am streaming, but I don't typically, I mean, I'm trying to be like where I stream primarily, but I do stream very, very often, and I'm trying to kind of transition from content creator to streamer, so I just really enjoy the streaming connection so much. It's a lot more enjoyable nowadays than it is making the content. So now that that dream's been fulfilled, I'm like, all right, next dream, let's transition to full-time streaming. That's what I'm trying to work on and work towards. And man, it is a grind, that's for sure. Very grindy. All right, we're so close. Let me go ahead and do this in the meantime. Dreadpart says excellent work. Slaya says, great stream, Inhuman. I'll catch you tomorrow, hopefully. Absolutely. Yeah, I should be good tomorrow. Not a problem. Thursday, obviously, I got to deal with stuff. and then Friday and Saturday we'll be coming right back into it. So let me see if I can jump onto this, and then we'll be able to head to the next area, and I'll end it once we get to the next save. Precision jumps are kind of ideal here because your regular square jump doesn't take you anywhere. We'll need to make a little bit of forward progression before we can make the big jump of faith. The leap of faith over here. I'm surprised we're not freezing our Nards. Oh, look at that. There must be a storm down there. Must be raining down there. That's my alarm. I'll turn it off in a second. I just need my hands. Okay. We'll get there in a few seconds. But yeah, thank you guys so much. We had such an amazing turnout. It was like 13... At least it shows on the OBS anyways. At some point in time, 13 viewers was like the highest. So that's just phenomenal, man. Haven't had that such great viewership like that in a while. So super exciting to see that. We're so close. Man, we look awesome too. We definitely nailed the look of the kind of steampunk mad scientist kind of thing. So I am just so pleased. Oh my gosh. That was scary. And then because I lack the patience, go right over here, tag the teleporter, and then hopefully that'll take us to the next fast travel point, and we can just go from there. I need to save, because otherwise, the auto saves, the way they work, we would lose all this progress if I were to play on any other file. So, and this is the puzzle I hate more than anything. We'll be starting off with that puzzle, and I hope you guys can guide me through it, because I'll show you how I did it, I'll tell you how I did it, and it was like the worst thing I've ever done in my life. It took me like an hour total to figure it out, so hopefully with your guys' guidance, it'll be much less painful. But that, my friends, is going to bring this stream to an end. I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by today. You guys could be anywhere else on the internet, but instead you're hanging out with me, so I appreciate that more than you guys know. I always say this, but because I mean it, honestly, but I want to say thank you guys so much for being the best part of my channel, because without you guys, I couldn't be here. So every day I'm able to live my dream because you guys want to hang out, so I really appreciate it. We'll be streaming again tomorrow, and then not Thursday, but then Friday and Saturday. So I hope you guys can tune in from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central to hang out with me.